Welcome, everyone, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 7. Last week, it was episode 6, the number of the devil. Now it's the number of our Lord and Savior, Sapio. And I am your host, Red Wolf, and I'm so happy to be back. We skipped things. We were skipping along like the little girl from Red Riding Hood right before she got brutally murdered in the woods by a wolf. And here I am. I killed her. I killed or demonetized. Fuck. Well, anyway, so we're back, and I'm really excited because everyone's here, including we have a special guest. And very last minute, and thank you so much for being here, Don Papa Jon. Thank you for being here. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Also, Big Daddy Mac. Hey.
My mic is muted. We already restarted. No, I'm just playing.
Nice.
I sorry. There was something that happened with my gastro X syndrome. Sorry. No. What's up? I'm sorry. Fell of the week. That was the title.
Nice.
Of my thing. Okay.
Well, okay, fantastic. And Sapio, my beautiful Asian friend.
Hello, I'm the Asian friend. I'm the token Asian.
The token Asian. That rolls right off the tongue. Or out the tip of the old butthole. Speaking of butthole, my son, my one and only son, Assassin, he is here as well. And how are you?
Is that really the transition you decided? I'm just an
I
asshole.
had nothing else to go with, so that's who it's with. That's how we do out here on the whole show.
Well, that's a shitty situation to deal with. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to be here too.
Nice. We have some fun stuff to talk about. Just in time. Justin. Anyone know Just in Time or Just in Case? Those guys are assholes. But what they told me is that there is a showcase coming up. A showcase known as State of Play, right? Now, State of Play is not always just PlayStation games. They can announce stuff and then it'll come to whatever. I'm going to kick it straight to you, Assassin, and then we'll go to you, Don, because I want to hear, I just want to sort of, you're the one who brought this up, Assassin, so this is your fault. I want to know what everyone's really excited about, what we might see, the obvious stuff that we know that we're probably going to see for State of Play. So, Assassin, take it away. Take me away.
Okay. Well, we did get some information from PlayStation themselves about what we could expect. At the showcase, we should expect some indie reveals, third-party reveals, from partners all around the industry. It's possible, in my opinion, maybe we'll see something from Capcom. They did a demo for Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Resident Evil 4 Remake could do the same. They also did say there's going to be 5 PlayStation VR 2 titles, and there's going to be 15 minutes of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League gameplay, going over the basics. I guess they're just going to show exactly how the game feels, how it plays, what can we expect from that game when it launches in, I think, what is it, 3 months? Late May, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
What was it? May 28th or something? I think is what it was, or something like that.
I think it was May
is
26th.
May 26th, yeah.
You said 15 minutes?
A lot.
15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yes, that is a lot.
Isn't that like a third of the showcase?
Yes, they did say it's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
45 minutes, yeah.
Well,
I'm not
yeah,
expecting
5
to. I'm just gonna nip this in the bud for everybody. Do not expect any first-party games at all. No Spider-Man 2, no Wolverine. Don't expect the Last of Us Factions game to be there. Don't expect any of that. So it's just gonna be just like how it was last year in June and September for those showcases. I do expect them to start off with a bang though, like they've done in the past with Resident Evil 4 Remake, Tekken 8. So I don't know. Maybe they'll start off with another bang that maybe we want to see. I remember when we were all watching the Game Wars, I said, "Wouldn't it be great if someone started with BioShock?" I don't know. Maybe Sony will be the
That
one
was
to do
me and
it.
you that had that conversation. Remember, I said Avatar, and you
Yeah.
said BioShock. A new
Yes.
BioShock, and then it was the second game, but it wasn't BioShock. That was another game. I forgot what it was called. So
It was
Atomic Heart.
No.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not Atomic Heart.
I don't.
It was
I have
Judas. Judas.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
have
was.
the paper over there somewhere, so yeah.
Yes.
Yep, Judas.
But
yep.
just to end my thoughts, we did get confirmation from one studio that will be there. Ironically, I said don't expect first party, but it technically is first party. Bungie will be there to show off the launch trailer for Destiny 2 Lightfall. So expect to see that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I actually didn't know about all the stuff that you just mentioned. All the extra stuff. That's how much I hate PlayStation. I'm just kidding. But yeah, PlayStation obviously has a lot of marketing rights to a lot of games. But the Suicide Squad is one that I completely forgot about. As far as them actually having the marketing rights. Don, are you a big DC guy? You like Batman? You like Superman?
I love Batman.
That love triangle between Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. What's going on with that?
Shoot, I mean, I don't know about all that, but
Oh.
I am a big fan of Batman, so it's going to be interesting to see Suicide Squad because I know Kevin Conroy, the old voice actor for Batman, passed away last year, and it's his last role. So it's going to be a really heart-touching game to see what they do with his character, and I'm looking forward to that. I think that's the biggest part of the showcase to me, is to see more of that. But as for the other stuff, it's going to be interesting to see all the other VR games and what they're going to show for that, because I think did they say it was going to be a lot of first-party VR games, or was it like a...
No, they didn't
Other-
even say if it was first party. They just said five PSVR 2 games. That's all they said.
Well, in that case, I mean, we'll have to see. Maybe it'll be a lot of new stuff. But I mean, I'm into VR too. I have a Quest 2, so I might be interested in seeing more into this, especially since it's using the PlayStation 5's great SSD for all that VR immersion. So I don't know. We'll see. It looks like a good time, good show. Nothing really new in terms of just like new first-party games. I think they're saving that for the summer showcase. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they won't have a summer showcase. Did they have one last year?
Yeah, it's September. It was a September showcase. It wasn't even really I mean, if you count that as
It
summer.
was a state of play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they might do a summer
Although-
showcase. I don't know.
So
According to Jeff
think
Grubb,
that
they
we're gonna
will.
see- You don't think that we're going to see God of War Ragnarok remake?
Oh shoot.
No, well, there's never been one of those because it's been
That's next
2018
year.
remake. They've been the
They still got
2018
next
remake.
year. Sorry, I got
PC
it.
port, and then they do the
Right,
remake.
that's right. Then they did the remake. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
God of War
Yeah, you're
part.
getting too ahead of yourself.
God of War Ragnarok
Yeah,
part
I
one.
just
Hey, to be fair, he did mention a PC port, and back in June last year, they did announce a PC port for Spider-Man. Who knows? Maybe they'll announce one for Ghost of Tsushima for PC.
I thought Ghost of Tsushima was already on PC.
No, it was
No,
on
it's
the
not,
list.
dude. That's so weird to think about, isn't it? Like you just assume that these games are just available everywhere after a certain amount of time. Ghost of Tsushima came out in 2020, right? June.
2020,
July?
yeah. It's been almost 3 years since that game came out. The fuck?
Yeah, it's wild, dude. That's wild.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's weird because usually, I mean, you'd think it'd be like a 2-year or a year until it goes to PC, but it seems like PlayStation's doing. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's just
Well,
specific games more so.
ain't The Last of Us
Yeah.
Part 1 coming to PC here like at the March or something like that? I can't remember what they said. I know that. I thought they said it was coming to March. What is it?
It got delayed for, I think, 3 weeks. It's coming late March.
Yeah, but it come out, August, September. So that's like 5, 6, 7 months. I mean, they got to make it faster than that. I just think that's too long of a period. 3 months should be where it should stand. Like, even that's kind of long, but
Yeah.
6 and 7, I don't know, whatever.
Returnal just launched on PC.
Thank God I have a
literally in the
PS5,
past
you
few
know.
days.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the different approaches from Microsoft and Sony, because Microsoft's all in day one, and Sony's more so like, let's get these games here and get people to get a PlayStation, and then I guess get them to buy the games if they want on PC for those who are just solely on PC.
Hey, Red, I know it won't happen, but the day that Nintendo announces they're going to start going to PC is when I drink a whole fucking gallon of tea nonstop.
They'll go to Xbox.
Oh,
before
God.
they
You guys
go
got a
to
whole gallon
PC.
of bleach. I was
They
like,
go to
oh,
Xbox
God.
before PC.
I don't even know,
Oh,
because
no.
they
Oh,
recently did that
oh.
Nintendo stuff, right? They made that
Their
10 year.
infrastructure is
Yeah,
fucked
they
anyway.
just.
They
Well,
can't
we're gonna
even-
get to that. We'll get
Right,
to that
okay.
more here in a few minutes. So
Because speaking of infrastructure, yeah, we'll get to that. So Sapio, have you ever what states have you played in specifically?
That's a very good question. I was actually gonna ask, what state is state of play? Is it Missouri? It can't be Missouri.
Well,
No?
misery happens there, so I don't think
Yeah.
there's any fun being had.
Yeah.
Well, it's
what's
great.
the
Well,
hardest state?
PlayStation can be crazy sometimes, so maybe it's Florida.
Oh, well, you know
What's the
what?
state of death?
Florida man.
Florida man.
Let's go.
I'm just talking shit. I have no idea.
I'm so glad someone got that reference.
Speaking of Florida, actually, is Dead Island 2 a first party?
No.
No.
No, right?
Nope. No.
You think we?
And
we're
they-
gonna see
Real
that?
quick, I'm gonna throw a little thing in there. They announced that Dead Island 2 is a week early now. I know it's a little throw-in. It's coming out a little. I think on the 21st now because they're scared of Jedi
Yeah.
survival, which makes
Mm,
sense. And
Yeah.
whatever
And
other
Redfall.
games fucking coming out.
Yeah, because that recently got delayed. The Star
Yeah, how the
Wars.
fuck do you delay a game 10 times and then push it a week ahead? I don't know. Whatever. It's just
I don't know. It's,
Well,
this-
it's strategy. You know, it's just because it was they did the same thing, and then after, well, it was afterwards, right? It
yeah.
was Jedi, and
Yeah.
then Dead Island's like, well.
Let me put that
yeah,
pawn
so-
back to the beginning of the map. You know.
Yeah, they're like, you didn't see anything.
All right, my bad,
yeah.
Sapio. Go ahead, my buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyways,
Go ahead.
I was wondering if we're gonna see Dead Island 2 stuff.
Are you a big Dead Island guy?
Yeah,
That'd
that
be
could
interesting.
be.
I would
Dead Island
like
2
it.
VR.
Oh,
Oh, God, another
I'm not a
VR.
You
I'm not a
joked,
big
but
fan
that could
of-
be a possibility later on.
Could be,
Mhm.
yeah. Could be.
Mhm.
I've been waiting for
never know.
Dead Island for 6 years now. Ever since that trailer with the guy running in the
On the beach, right?
Renegade California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the beach. Yeah,
Mm.
like
Oh,
Jersey,
yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah, Jack
Jersey
Black.
Shore. He's running down
Mm.
Jersey Shore's fucking parade part. And he's just getting eaten up.
And then
yeah.
Goat Simulator 3.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
That was
yeah,
that was
yeah.
really brilliant marketing. Like, for that.
It's
Yeah.
so good, dude. Yeah,
Mm.
I was like, just because of this, I want to give you guys your due. I'm just gonna buy it. It'll probably come to Game Pass day one, but I don't know. Is that true? Am I lying? I think I'm lying.
You're lying.
But
Yeah,
it
you're
could.
lying.
But so yes, I almost called you Stapio, State Sapio. So
Bro.
anything else you're interested in there?
Not
Yeah, it's
anything
PlayStation.
that comes to mind that hasn't already been said. I mean, Suicide Squad, I am looking forward to it. I do have to play through all the Arkham trilogy first.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. You guys are dying over there waiting for me to play it, but
You literally bought it on the show one day.
yeah, I
And
know.
then-
I literally
the
bought
first
it
show.
during the show.
The first show
Um,
of ever. Yes.
And I haven't had the chance
7 weeks ago.
to open it up.
7
yeah,
weeks ago, and you haven't
more,
even turned it on.
right? Eight weeks
It was
ago.
over 8, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
2 months
totally
ago.
fine.
Yeah.
Mac, what are you most excited for State of Play? What do you want to see? What do you hope to see? What
I want to see the main menu of fucking Suicide Squad. So that little picture image that happened like a month and a
To
half ago
confirm,
can
yeah.
somebody can shove it up their ass. I just hope there's not
Yeah.
what they got. I'm
You know they're gonna hide it.
They're
gonna hide it.
They're not gonna show that shit. The biggest thing is says third-party reveals and hot indies. We all know Suicide Squad's here. VR, I'm not spending $550. I don't give a shit how much money I make or how much money. If somebody handed it to me, that'd be the only way I'd do it. I'm not spending $550 on one of those. I'll get something a little bit cheaper on sale for like $300. Like what is it? The Quest 2 is like $400 or something like that, I think, or something like that. That's still a lot of money for a VR. Yeah, it's nice, but don't care about the VR stuff. But the hot indies and the third-party reveals of what they said during their little post on Twitter. What third-party other games they can reveal? We can see something. I don't know. There's some other. I mean, something that's gonna get announced for September probably. You know, something big. We might get to see Dragon Age. We might actually see Dragon Age during that. That's another game that didn't get announced. We might finally see the Avatar game that I just talked about, the Frontier. You know,
Yeah.
That's ready thing. I mean.
Yeah, Sony has the marketing rights to Avatar.
Another,
So yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, also they do. I didn't even know they did.
Yeah, they did.
That's probably one of them, which I'm okay with because I like the Avatar. I like the way they designed the movies. So the movies are great. So I'd love to see a game with that.
You think they'll
Nothing-
show the Final Fantasy 16 stuff?
No,
Isn't
that's
it-
well. See, that is third
Mm,
party.
no.
That's third party. He's correct. So
Yeah, he
yes,
is,
They
yeah.
could show that, and I mean, listen, I literally own a PlayStation 5 for only a couple games. Final Fantasy is one of them. I mean, unfortunately, we know that Final Fantasy is literally it's a Sony game nowadays. It's kind of like Metal Gear Solid. Look how long it took Metal Gear Solid to finally come to the Xbox. Well, now we see where it stands with Final Fantasy. It's happening. We know it. Everybody knows that Final Fantasy games are coming only to PlayStation. So at this point,
What about Silent Hill 2 remake?
That could. Well, who's making that? I forgot who's making that.
They said this Bloober team, the people who did the Medium, and
yeah.
Now remember, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. In the beginning, it was the whole Square Enix episode that we had, and at the time, we talked about how they said Silent Hill 2 is coming to Xbox. It's a year exclusivity, and it was the same for Final Fantasy 16. Then a couple weeks later, with the FTC and the CMA drama, there was a letter or something sent out that the Xbox said, or Sony said, I'm trying not to talking to my ass, but basically it just said Sony has paid to keep games away from Xbox, for example, and the examples were Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Silent Hill 2 Remake, and so on and so forth. They had a list of games.
Well,
so,
yeah,
I don't know if that's confirmed, but...
Well, at the bottom of the trailer, kind of similar to Final Fantasy 7. See, I don't remember seeing the thing on Silent Hill, but the bottom of Final Fantasy 16 trailer, at the end of it, it said the earliest it says timed exclusive until December 31st of 2023. So it wasn't even a full year. It was only like 6 months, which I don't understand. Like, even let's say 100,000 people buy it on Xbox, which that's kind of pushing it. Probably 50,000. That's a lot of people to not have a game on. And that's a lot of money not to put it in there just to swap a couple coding around a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 weeks worth of work to make $500,000. I just don't see them not doing that.
Especially with an established IP. That's what I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts. I guaranteed Kingdom Hearts 4 doesn't come to the Xbox right off rip. I'm guaranteed in it, and it's which is sad. It's just that might be another reveal too. By the way, that's third-party Square Enix game. They've already announced.
They would need to do a deal with Disney though, right? Because Kingdom Hearts has like those Disney characters.
No, because Disney does own part of the IP, so they have to get approval from them too.
Yeah, I doubt they approve that though. But that's sitting there thinking about. You're probably right. They probably. Well, when did they buy Disney? What was it? 2000? I don't remember what the fuck it was. For like $6 billion. Now they've made like 42 billion or something like that off the movies or something like that.
Disney being that was 2014, 2013, end of 2013.
Well, then look at it. Kingdom Hearts 3 come to Xbox, so maybe that might not, but we might get that. That's still exclusive to, like, the marketing rights are still going to go with Kingdom Hearts with PlayStation.
Disney's also not afraid of making some stuff exclusive because they did that with Spider-Man. People forget that Sony doesn't really own the Spider-Man gaming rights. That's all Disney.
They could easily take that away and be like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna give it to Xbox now. Ha ha ha.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but since they have that close tie with the movies, they're like, we don't want to ruin that relationship. So they're like, okay, we'll let you have Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, they have. It's kind of like I know. Well, actually, Disney doesn't own Spider-Man as much. They own like the video game rights, I think, but they only own the movie right. Well, they don't have Disney doesn't own the movie rights. They actually ended up having to sign a contract for like 2 more movies, which now we already are one in. So we have 1 more. I don't know. I'm sure they might figure it out from there. It's above all of us, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's something that you could sit there and talk about for freaking 3-4 hours, and it'd still be a crossword puzzle that we wouldn't even understand. So
when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, there's too many franchises now that are legacy IP that are heavily associated with PlayStation, even though they've recently become multi-plat. Like Final Fantasy was multi-plat for a time being, and then Square Enix decided to just drop the ball and say, oh no, they're PlayStation exclusive again. Same with Metal Gear. When you think of these IPs, you think PlayStation, because that's where they've been associated with for so many years. Same with Kingdom Hearts. Now, like Don said earlier, Disney's not afraid of making games exclusive like they did with Spider-Man. They're doing it with Wolverine. They're doing it with the Cold 2 remake. But with Kingdom Hearts specifically, I don't think that they're going to. I do, however, think that just like Final Fantasy and Metal Gear, Silent Hill, there's going to be at least some type of exclusivity, whether it be marketing, whether it's DLC, something. There's going to be some factor of exclusivity with Kingdom Hearts 4 later on down the line.
That'll probably happen because they've also made some exclusive rights with Spider-Man with Avengers that they made.
To be fair,
So, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, Microsoft is guilty of the same thing. They did it with Assassin's Creed. They've done it with Mass Effect. They've done it with Tomb Raider.
They're just taking it to the next level now. They're buying publishers. So Sony,
Yeah.
they have the right to do what they need to do, and Microsoft just as much as they have the right to acquire these studios. But I don't know if you want to get into that later, so we'll talk about that later if you guys have that.
One final point about the state of play, you guys. We discussed first party, we discussed third party, but what about second party? What about games like Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin, or Lost Soul Aside? What about the games made by a third party that are first party funding, first party IP, the sort of thing? Could we see those at the state of play?
What
Stellar Blade
exactly
is supposed
is
to come out this year.
second party?
So second party is basically where a first party publisher is funding a third party game. So, what's a good example?
Hi-Fi Rush, the Scalebound, when Scalebound was getting pushed through that's another one.
Rise of Rome, Quantum Break, those type of games. Those are
Yeah.
considered second party. Same
Like
with
they own
Detroit.
the IP, but they don't.
Yeah, they own.
make the game.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
own
have
the
the money
IP.
to make it. They don't have the money to make it, so they fund it. So they give them a certain amount of money so people
Like
can actually have
Sunset
jobs.
Overdrive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So they have the money, yeah.
Yeah, could we see those at the showcase?
I mean, it's third party. It's still third party. It still doesn't it's not set in stone. It's still a third, even though that they paid them. I mean, it's still a third party in the long run. They're not gonna. I mean, they could say, well, you know what, you might have gave us $50 million, but we're not gonna make it no more. They could kind of do. I'm sure they, but I don't know. There's nothing really that I could think of that's being, published by another
one
company.
thing, but it's pretty big, and I feel like if they do this, Xbox might be done. NAC 3 VR. I think once they put that out, show the reveal for that. I don't think if Xbox
Hell
will
yeah.
hold up, they'll probably cancel the Activision deal. Everything.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it, we can't compete.
What's
Could be
next?
Uh,
Bloodborne card?
I mean, if you want, let it happen. Let NAC 3 VR come to
Oh!
light.
Oh, that would be a pretty big announcement, though. Imagine they announced Bloodborne for PC at the state of play. They're not going to, but just imagine.
PC. The PlayStation fanatics will go
Hell
crazy.
no.
Yeah.
Will never
Hey, you
happen.
never know,
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be great.
man. We said the same thing there.
Yeah. Who owns Bloodborne? Is that FromSoft?
It's Sony. It's Sony.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's only
FromSoft,
yeah.
Sony, yep.
Yeah, that's another second-party example.
Hmm.
Bloodborne is owned by Sony, but From Software is not.
Which it'll get a remake too soon.
Oh, shit. They already did a Demon Souls remake.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it's been speculated for a long time. I mean, they're already remastering Horizon. Oh my god, I'm not gonna do it. But I guess as far as I go, I don't give a fuck. No, I'm just kidding. If there was anything that I would like to see, I'm interested to see the flow of Suicide Squad. I want to know, because really all that we've seen from from Suicide Squad gameplay so far has been like the quick cuts, action, everyone's jumping around, flying in the air, and all that kind of combat. And then whenever we saw that Batman trailer, the only thing that we really had to go on was, so there are some cutscenes and there's some moments of story. We knew that there was going to be a story, but I don't know why I was surprised by that, because this apparently does take place in the Arkham universe. And Sapio hasn't played it, so no spoilers, but it's very interesting how they're going to continue with certain characters, and I'm like, how are you going to do this? So I am just curious to see what they show. 15 minutes, it has to be an entire mission showing you the flow of the game. So that's what I'm excited for overall. Everything else, I mean, I guess we could get some release dates because Assassin, they didn't say everything that was going to be there, right? They just said, what is
No,
it?
They said third party in hot indies is what it says.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so I don't know, man. I really don't have too much to say on that. Like, it
Keep
would be
your
cool to see.
expectations low.
Yeah, you'll
Don't.
never get your hopes up. You'll never be let down. Am I right, Don? Yes, but anyway, so Yeah, it's fine. But
It's okay. He wasn't
so-
expecting you to answer.
I didn't have any expectations, so I wasn't
Yeah.
let down.
Yeah,
Thank you, Sapio, for that. I don't know. I really don't know what else to say about it because I just don't never know what to expect from State of Plays because because it's exclusive. You know, I'm like, well, exclusivity is sort of a hot. I don't.
It's a hot
you know,
topic
I
right
own my
now.
PlayStation. It's a hot topic right now. There's a lot going on. So, do I feel like it's worth it if the game's gonna last 10 hours and it's done? Do I think that I should buy it? You know, it's something that I've thought about a lot. We should do a whole topic on that sometime because I would love to know what everyone thinks about exclusivity and the longevity of the game and how much time you're actually going to put into it versus buying a console just to, I don't know. That's why, like, Don, you said that you like VR, and I do too, actually. My VR was actually given to me. I have an Oculus Quest 2 as well. And that is such a different level of gaming. But it is absolutely something that lasts for as long as you want it to last because those games are an experience and they are a very you're not going to jump into VR every single day unless you are a true enthusiast, but it is I don't know, I don't feel the same way about PlayStation, and I wouldn't feel the same way about Xbox if my home console was PlayStation. I wouldn't feel the same about Xbox. So let's just get that straight. The difference is that now the companies that have been bought by Microsoft are games that last for a long time. So Bethesda games last for 1,000 years. I mean, because you make it,
Right.
you make what you will with those games because they can last you thousands of hours because that's just what they're made
Obsidians.
for. In Obsidian, yeah, exactly. In Obsidian, yeah. So same thing there. So exclusivity is weird for me now. After I finished Ragnarok, I was like, I mean, you guys know this. I went and sold all my PlayStation games, and not out of anger. I was just like, man, I'm never gonna play these games again. I'm never gonna play them again. Like, they were amazing. I loved them, but I'm not gonna go back to them. I've had my time, and it's done. So
Yeah. And
It's hard to
that's
keep
kind of
going.
hard for some single player games to do to keep your attention that long. So that's why I guess a lot of the industry is moving towards open world games. Even Sony is doing that with an extent with like Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Forbidden West and stuff like that. So
live
they
service.
kind of see that in a way. And me personally, I like PlayStation games. Like I've played them too, but like
Yeah.
you, I'm more into Bethesda, and that's why I was actually gonna get a PS5 at launch, but I decided to stay on Xbox because they acquired Bethesda. And I'm such a huge fan of Fallout and Skyrim, so that
Yeah.
immediately made my mind up. And now I'm happy. Now we're gonna get Starfield, and that's gonna be the best time of my life for
And the-
2
and-
weeks straight.
man.
And I want to add
You have
something
no
to that
fucking
though,
idea.
John. I want to add something. You're the only person that I will give credit to in Halo. It actually be good at Halo. I actually told Bushido, he was asking who's the other person that's good. I said John. John's the only person. I said Papa Jon actually is what I said. I said he's the only person that I ever played Halo that I actually felt like is really good at Halo in this community. I've not met many people that are good like that. I mean, I know it was only a brief like hour and a half of goofing off, but it was still like, I don't know. So you're good at
I
Halo too.
appreciate that though. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I play Claw, so maybe that's why I have a
That's
That's
don't,
the
oh,
advantage.
don't worry. I play bumper jumper, but I still use my claw. Don't worry. It's just because it's a little bit
so you got
different.
the full thing. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, that's
my
how
hands
you're
look like
winning.
this all the time. You don't know that? No.
the crap ones, yeah. No, that,
Oh, I'm
you
just
definitely
getting
gotta
the
get
finger
used
like.
it's definitely hard at playing certain games, like fighting games. I won't be able to claw, but yeah, if I'm playing a shooter, I'm able to do that.
I'm clawing. I'm with this shooter. All right, I know. Sorry, I just wanted to bring that up to you because I meant to tell you a long time ago. You can ask. I'm sure Bushido will say I'm bullshitting, but you know how he is.
No, I know, but I appreciate it. No, appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah. So, you guys ready to move on, or is that any other thoughts on the state of play?
No.
Only
I think we're
this, only one final thought. Whatever opens the show, it's gonna be a banger. It's
good.
gonna, whether it's third party or
Final
not,
Fantasy
it's gonna be a
16.
banger.
Knack VR.
I'm going with Final
No.
Fantasy 16.
No, I
Final
don't think they
Fantasy,
will.
okay.
I think they're gonna. I think they will have at least one new announcement that's gonna open the show. I think they're gonna have at least one.
It would
be
have to be
Silent
Last
Hill.
of Us Factions or something, right? Like,
Oh, God.
Is
Well, I mean,
Silent Hill
we're-
supposed to come out this year? Silent Hill?
No,
No, that's not till next year. Easily next year. Maybe
I mean,
even the year after.
no.
Out of
Didn't
all
they
the-
say? Did they say it was?
Gaming. The only game
Thought it
that's
was-
getting announced this year for PlayStation is outside of Final Fantasy is Spider-Man. There's been nothing else that's been announced for this year, so What it,
Stellar
I mean,
Blade.
I think you're right. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
so
you're right.
I mean, and that's
Okay.
the only 2 games I'm right now buying for my PlayStation is the 2 that are coming out that are big names. Because I don't buy third-party games that much unless they're just exclusive to PlayStation.
Wait,
Don't make people think you buy games. You're an Xbox player.
Yeah, you don't buy shit. They hand it to you. They say, "Open your mouth," and
Right.
they spoon feed you. That's how it works. They cradle
Whoa,
you.
you
They
trying to make
hold
a
you in
fat
their
joke?
arms,
Sorry.
baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Damn.
I'm
So I want to jump to this topic because Sapio is here, and I love him more
the
than
Japanese game. No, I'm saying he's Korean.
Yeah, the next Japanese. Yes.
Revenge.
What is Squid
Welcome
Game?
to the Renegade Racist podcast.
Yeah, he said Squid Games. I just said Japanese.
Great
He said
introduction.
Squid-
Oh my God. Yeah, Don, you have to go look at the beginning of episode. Was it 5? I don't know when it was. I think it was. No, it was episode 5.
5, yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
So Blumhouse. Sapio, as you know, they
Hmm.
make movies, and they
do?
make pretty good horror movies. Apparently,
Debatable.
they make horror movies.
They
or
make horror movies.
however you want to say it. But they make movies. But it turns out they announced that they are activating, creating, birthing, pooping out a games division that will be focusing strictly on, you guessed it, horror games. Assassin, you're the one who told me about this, so I don't know anything about this other than it's real. But why don't let's do this differently. You tell Sapio what's going on, and Sapio, you tell me what you think. How about that?
Okay, let's do
First of all,
it.
let me ask, Sapio, are you a fan of horror movies?
I'm a
Did
big
y'all hear that? He
fan
said
of
horror.
horror movies.
Okay.
You're not a big movie fan unless you're a horror movie fan. Like, it's just, I stick
no.
to that, like, because they are so few and far. So you never
Exactly.
know. You never know what you're gonna get. Exactly. Perfect. Wonderful. Go ahead.
But basically, Blumhouse, this film production who specializes in horror movies, some of their credits include the recently released Megan. They also helped make Get Out, Paranormal Activity. They have announced a gaming division that, like Red said earlier, is going to be focusing strictly on horror. Their games will be coming out on consoles, not one, both, and PC. And each of their games are going to be in the budget range of 10 million. Now you may think, well, that's not a lot of money for a AAA budget. It's because it's not. Fun fact, and Benji Sales pointed this out on Twitter. If you know him, he's an analyst. Keeps up with a lot of information about the games industry. Some of the more popular video games in the most recent years have had a budget of less than 10 million. So, if you're worried about the quality of the game, despite it being $10 million in budget, don't. Because, well, you never know. But that's basically the gist of it. It's just, I'm not sure if they qualify themselves as a publisher, but nothing else to say other than we got someone new in the industry to look out for.
I've got some thoughts on that because Blumhouse, they have good horror movies, I think, but so there is a fine balance when it comes to horror because I am a firm believer that horror is at its best when it is a criticism of the flaws of society. And it's like satire, but like with a different emotion other than funny. That's how I view horror. Yeah, fear. But I feel like more recently, a lot of Blumhouse movies have been. It's been trying to make it too mainstream, and by that I mean like very cookie cutter and just kind of like it's not really saying much.
What,
is
you didn't
I'm
like
trying to
that?
say.
You didn't like that little Megan doll troll girl doing the Dougie in the hallway? You didn't like
Fuck
that?
Fuck that.
I'm not gonna lie. I went to that movie with no
Was it-
expectations. I was like, this is gonna be stupid.
I heard it was good, though.
Really liked
It was, yeah.
It was
They
really
greenlit
good.
a sequel.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like from just
Yeah.
the trailer, it seemed like a
Orphan.
thing that's been done before.
Yeah, or-
that's,
Yes,
that's
it does.
my-
It does.
yeah.
It does. 100%. And that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, I was forced. My girlfriend drugged me. I was kicking and screaming.
Did she Bill Cosby you?
She did. She literally. I was like, I was literally in the theater like this. I was like,
Was your nipples
Go ahead.
hard?
Maybe-
like, was your
maybe-
nipples hard like
yeah,
that?
exactly. She was jerking
Maybe
me off
that's
the whole
why it was so
time.
good for
Gosh,
you.
She's gonna watch this and be like,
The real
But-
question is, was your nipples as hard as they are right now? That's the real question. So.
are they? Are they? Oh my God! It is a little cold in here. Sorry about that. Excuse me. I need
Well,
a
you laid
sensor.
back,
A
and
sensor
only your
bar.
nipples showed. So.
I did not even. Let me lower my chair a little bit.
There are two volcanoes that we saw through.
There we
the
go.
camera.
That's
the
better.
Mount Rushmore and the
That
other
is
volcano.
very distracting.
Mount Rushmore and Mount
apologize.
Fiji.
You're distracting the viewers.
It's milk. Shooting
Hey,
out of
they don't
my-
watch it for
It's
the
like
plot.
suck to my OnlyFans with my
that's
tits.
Yeah, that's how I get them. That's how I hook them. Yeah, double whammy. Anyway, so Megan, horror movies. Go ahead, Sapio.
Yeah, so I haven't actually watched Megan, so I shouldn't pass too much judgment on it. To be fair, but the more recent Blumhouse movies, I just didn't love. So there's that, but there's also the aspect of like, oh, if you're good at making horror movies, let's just like have the baseline. Let's just assume they make good horror movies, okay?
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to make good horror games? I don't think so. I think they're I think they're fundamentally different experiences, especially because of the addition of agency.
Yes, you
in
fucking took it
games.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you don't like the Purge. You said they make a lot of movies. They make Purge. The
Mhm.
Happy. What the heck's that movie with
Happy
Happy
Death Day
Day.
too.
Happy
I like
Death
that
Day.
movie.
That was
I-
unique.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
No, I
both
like
of
that
them.
one.
I liked all the Purges. There's been some good movies they've made. Like, yeah, the Paranormal Activities. The first like 2 were really good, and then the third and fourth one kind of got a little bad. But to make a movie like that, I mean, what's that game that they had on Xbox? Until Dawn on PlayStation, actually. If
Mhm.
they could do something similar to that with the movie aspect and the video game and make a good game like that, I think it will
Yeah.
sell.
You know what?
That's
If
the
you
thing.
that's a
Sorry.
fair point because Dark Pictures
Thank
anthology
you.
has
You said it again.
really
You fucking said
fallen
what I was
off.
gonna fucking say. Exactly. Super
Yeah.
massive games. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
mean,
yeah.
if you
Which
make
we weren't
games like
talking about
that,
them.
what's that one that's on Xbox that just come out recently? I can't think of it.
The Quarry. Super massive games. Yeah.
What's it
Quarry.
called? The Quarry?
The Quarry. Yeah. And that's
Oh,
that's
the
them
Quarry.
too.
Oh yeah, the Quarry. Yeah, okay, yeah. It had the guy like the
It
camping
was
looking
great.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
see,
it was so
that's-
good.
So
Yeah.
why not make games like that? I mean, people. Listen. First of all, if you go on Twitch when those games first come out, like my eyes look like they went cross-eyed for a second. I don't know if I was just went.
Oh man, please. Work.
Canceled.
Maybe edit. God.
Sorry, technical
Oh, fuck's
difficulties.
I'm back. Okay.
Man, I'm at the top.
I mean, but speaking of which, so I think Kojima's working on a horror game for Xbox, right? They kind of leaked it.
Yeah, they
And-
did announce
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
they
if
announced
they
it.
bring something too though? Like I don't know. There's so much that you could do with movie production, and yes, video games are different. But if you do both of them together, you could make something out of it. I mean, I'm telling you, go play Until Dawn. That game was amazing. And I tell you guys all the time, I don't like horror games. I think they're the dumbest things in the world. I don't want to shit myself while I'm playing a video game. I try not to get scared while I'm playing a video game. I just want to have fun. That game was pretty good, man. That was one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games. So it was.
To be fair, though, I feel like Until Dawn had the same kind of downfalls that the later Dark Pictures anthology had, which was this over-reliance on the butterfly effect, which meant that players would just not be able to tell what was the correct choice.
right.
I think
not to the
why-
very end. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Until Dawn worked because it was one of the first games that really like dug into that kind of storytelling. But yeah, I mean, just look at the more recent entries. Even the one about the serial killer with the hotel. The
Oh, don't
Devil...
say anything because we are on. When I say we, me and my wonderful girlfriend. We are going through all of them in order.
Oh, okay.
We're on House of Ashes right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one is The Devil in Me, I guess, which is what you're probably referring to. So yes, but
yeah,
keep talking. No spoilers. That's all.
Yeah, no spoilers. But yeah, it's definitely less gripping than Until Dawn, in my opinion.
Yeah, and so because you said all that, and I agree with you so much about this is how I know we are movie buffs. Because horror movie is just so hard to do right anymore, unless you go into it knowing that you're just gonna have a fun time and it's gonna be silly and whatnot. It's really hard to get it right. And I will agree, Blumhouse has not been, or Bloomhouse or whatever, I don't care, has been very hit or miss, more miss than hits, honestly. Because I'll be honest, I'm not a big slasher guy. I don't like slashers. I like thriller and mystery. I think the brutality is it's so heavily relied on for shock value, and I just don't get anything out of that anymore. I remember the Saw movies back in the day were such a big thing, and I went and watched it, and after the 5th or 18th one, I was like, this is weird. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
I remember that. I think it was the 4th one or something like that. They threw the girl in the needles and stuff like that. I'm like, okay.
Second one.
I was just like, nah. It's just
they did it again in one of the other ones, and then they had his chest open up in another one. I was like, that's boring. I've seen that. So it's I don't know. It's just one of those things.
That's boring. I've seen it. Got plenty of chest open up.
I have. It's the thing is, I've seen it. It's like the movie is like,
I know what you meant. I know.
It's like,
yeah. So yeah, I wonder, and Don, I want to go to you next, but real quick, Sapio, I just want to know what are your horror games that you do like? Have you played a whole lot of horror games, or watched them or seen them? Which ones would you?
Yeah. Well, in terms of the ones I know about, in terms of either I played it or I've watched someone else play it. I think. Let's see, Dead Space is pretty high up there. Let me think on that for a moment, because I can't. I'm having a brain fart right now.
No, it's okay. Yeah, you have the big hitters, you have Dead Space and Alien Isolation, which I still haven't. I haven't even got to the Alien in Alien Isolation, but people are saying it's the best thing of all time since Dead Space. That kind of stuff, But you didn't have one specifically that you have played in your time here on Earth.
There is one, Outlast.
Oh yes, still one of the scariest.
I think Outlast has a special place in my heart, and I think it's one of the quality of the game. The first one is I think pretty much unbeatable in terms of horror games, how horror games go, because
I am so with you, dude.
It's so well done. I think the only thing that comes kind of close is Little Nightmares.
That's funny. Yeah. So my lady played it as well on Switch, and she was getting scared, because there's a thing chasing you through the vents.
Yeah.
You're in a classroom, and
the head principal chases you through the vents by extending her neck.
That's what it was, right? Yeah. And she showed me a clip of that, and she was like, "I can't even beat this. I'm terrified." I'm like, "How are you scared?" But then I watched it, and I was like, "This is fucked." This is how is this on Switch? Switch is for kids, everyone. I'm kidding, but yeah. So I got you, Don. What do you think? What would you like to see from Blumhouse, and what are your favorite horror games? Are you a big horror guy?
Actually, as for the Blumhouse question, I've actually, I don't really play a lot of their games. I think most recently, probably that I have tried was, it was that one where you go to that Navy ship or whatever, and there's
Man of Medan?
Yeah, that one. And I tried that one out for a bit. and it was all right, But I like as of their games, I haven't even tried that first one that they've made that you guys talk about with like the butterfly effect, Until Dawn. I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't been a big horror fan in the past, but in recent years, I've actually got into Dead Space, which is pretty crazy to go from no horror games to just Dead Space.
Yeah, to the max. Yeah.
Right, and then I played that first mission, and then I stopped. So I didn't play for like a couple months because I was like, when the necromorph chases you down that hallway and stuff, and then he breaks that elevator thing. I was like, no, I don't think I could do this.
It's so much because the music is like, go, and then they're like screaming at the top of their lungs, like, and you're just like,
the older graphics as well makes it even more horrifying because it's like, it doesn't feel like overly detailed in a way, so it's kind of gives that old creepy vibe.
Wait, you're saying Dead Space? You went to play the original?
Yeah, the original. I haven't played the remake yet, but I played the original before the remake came out, like last year.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So then I played that, and then I played Evil Within, the 1 and 2, and those were pretty crazy too.
Bethesda though.
Yeah, I had to get into those. So I was like, okay, it's a Bethesda game. I like most of their games. Let me try to give this a shot. And I actually really liked it.
Published,
by the way,
not developed, but yes, they know
Tango,
how to pick up.
Very talented team.
Yeah.
But as for horror, I'm looking forward to it though. What's coming up next? I might try that Resident Evil 4 game, but I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said that Resident Evil 4 game. Are you
the remake, right? So
you hadn't played the original?
No, I actually haven't played the original yet. I've been thinking about it, but then I seen it on sale, but I was like, I might as well try to play the remake.
Hey Don, don't worry about it.
I tried playing the original.
It sucks.
Oh shoot!
Are you the same age as Sapio and Assassin? Are you in your mid-20s?
Actually, no. I recently just turned 21, so.
Really? Yeah. So you're a young lad. Okay, so that's what I was. That's what I was gonna ask. Okay, yeah. I am 94. I think I just turned 94 years old, so I get it. Me and Mac are just old farts, so we played all the old things. But yeah, so Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 4 was the game that came out and changed, like all the third over-the-shoulder horror genre. It is what began that whole thing. Resident Evil 4 was the thing. Right before Dead Space and everything. So we just scratched our nose at the same time, Mac. Did you see that? Oh my God, are we brothers?
Synchronized.
All right, we're gonna do the next thing right next. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna ready.
Right, one. Count down to 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Somebody do it.
Ready?
See, I might get banned for what I'm gonna do. So let me think of it.
Ready?
Oh God.
All right, 1.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
No, listen. I was gonna.
Was that what you were gonna do?
That's what I was gonna do, but I was like, no. I had to blur my camera out. I swear to God, that is funny. I was gonna do that, but I was like, no. He's already pissed off. He's already got to edit one thing out. I said, let's edit Tuesday. That is funny, dude.
YouTube can't see this.
I was like thinking in my head. I actually just. That's why I said I better not, because I'm gonna. It might get us demonetized. I was like, I just slapped myself. Like, yeah, that is funny. Sapio's got to leave, by the way. He just texted us.
Yeah, he's got to go. I was checking my watch a minute ago.
I gotta go.
So, yeah,
I gotta go.
Nice meeting you, Sapio.
Persuade some jury members. Yeah.
Yes, he's gonna kill them.
All right,
that's how he does.
Do your intro out, by the way.
What?
You got to do an intro out every weekend. You leave too early. You got to do it. You better start making shit up. Start getting mascots and shit or some. Banana sutra, whatever, anything. Just
oh gosh, this is a lot of pressure.
Tell me goodbye in a very sexual way in your native tongue.
Oh, okay. I
in his native tongue.
Do that.
See, why you gotta bring his name and stuff up?
Look, I can say good night, very seductively in Korean.
Oh, do it slow.
Yeah. 잘 자요.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my nipples. I'm going to get back
to that. Turned on all of a sudden. I don't understand why, but why's going to hate me?
Sapio is awesome.
Sorry, John. John, unfortunately, we got delayed. Normally, he's here a lot longer. It's just we had technical difficulties, and then it just whatever. But he's normally a little bit longer. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I actually I'm also going to have to go.
It's all good, man. That's good timing. No worries.
But
no worries.
it was a good time, being here in the podcast, seeing how it works and all that and how you guys do it. Cause I have my own and it kind of is a little different, but it's interesting to talk around with topics with you guys and, I'm hopefully
You're welcome
maybe I can be on more.
Yep.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys and
Sounds good.
take care.
Later, John.
No,
Have a
well,
good
hang
night.
on, wait, real quick before you
Hey,
go.
bro.
Wait,
Yes.
don't go. You still there? Where can people find you?
You could just find me on my name, Don Papa Jon, on YouTube and Twitter. You should see me on there if you want, but I'm here for the good times, so that's what it's all
Nice.
about. And I appreciate being on this podcast. It's really good to talk about games and all that sort of stuff outside my own podcast, because I know me and Immortal, we go back and
Yep. Go
And
back and
he's
forth.
dead.
Bouncing,
Immortal.
bouncing back.
sorry,
one person
Immortal.
to another.
Right when I said that, Immortal called me.
Oh,
So-
he's like, I can hear you talking about me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no,
But,
hey,
no,
and we can get him on too someday, so that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be awesome. But hopefully I'll watch the rest of this podcast later. So you better say something good about Clutch Thesda.
Clutch says, gee, that's what I
It'll
live
be
for, baby. That's my
55
life.
minutes in, by the
My
way.
bread
When you
and
want to
butter.
look at it, it'll be about 53 minutes, we'll just say, that you can
Yeah.
find the rest of it. So,
Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
Anyway,
take care, guys,
yeah.
and have
Yep.
a good one.
Take care, buddy.
later, John. Have a good one.
Bye.
Now, there was
Here we
3.
are.
Oh, this
And
is
then there
weird.
was 3.
I didn't realize Sapio I didn't realize it was already 7:30. I'm like, damn, already?
I
see
was
the thing.
looking. I checked my watch. It was 7:26, and I was like, "Fuck, we gotta."
All right, let's go ahead and
Get
do
him
the
out of here.
topic that I brought up. I'm gonna go ahead since I really don't.
Let's
we
do
all
this.
know that.
Yeah. So
Alright, so-
Mac, you brought up a topic, and you wanted to talk about everyone's mascot from Xbox specifically, right?
Only
Right?
this is good. This week I'm gonna do for the next couple weeks. I'm asked to do.
Yeah.
A top 10 of everything. We got Nintendo, Xbox, Sony. We want to every week from now for the next till we finish it. Just with top 10 something. We might lower it maybe a little bit later on. Nintendo doesn't have as much as Xbox, because there might only be a top 5 for them, which that's what it is. But we're gonna do a top 10. I wanted to get Sapio in here, and John just kind of was last minute, but Sapio ended up doing it. Well, I'll tell you what his is. I'll tell you his top 2. We'll go actually 3 because he kind of made a mistake on his top 10. We'll just do his top 3 once we announce ours. So we're gonna go in order. Like we're gonna say number 10, and then we'll go around the table or the room or whatever you want to call it, and then just say this is what it is, and this is how I feel why he's here. We don't need to explain ourselves too much. It's just it's just something to give an extra 10 to 15 minutes.
Let's do this because I feel like this would flow a little bit better. This will be a lot more fun this way. Let's do from 10 to 1 each. So you'll go 10, I'll go 10.
That's what I'm saying.
9,
Yeah,
9.
10 around the
Yeah,
table.
okay.
9 around the table.
Once again,
8,
we're brothers. We're twins. We know.
I tell you, it's kind of weird because I was gonna give you the finger, and I'm being
Fucking
irritated
weird.
that I didn't fucking do it, and I'm mad that I didn't do it. But I was like,
I know, because that
At
would have been
least
so.
At least cussing, I know that you could just kind of just cross the if it comes down to something serious, you could just bleep that little. You could just black that monitor, just cut that little bit out.
No,
But
you
cutting
should have done it.
But putting a blurry thing up, that would have been a little bit more difficult, and having to cut out the whole image and then listen to the audio.
Yes.
So that's why I didn't do it. But I'm like, I don't know if that's okay with YouTube's terms.
You could have
It's
just
bad-
been like,
Well, we already knew that. That's why I said earlier we had to block a word out that I said that is not YouTube provided, and he needs to
Nope.
remove that because
I'll have to
all
get
be canceled
that
because of it.
done. Yep.
So,
But anyway,
all right. Well, here, let me get my list. You got your list, Assassin?
Of course I do.
All right, we're gonna go with number 10, and I'll start it off, and we'll go around the table. We'll go me, then number 9 might be Red, number 8 will be you'll start it off. But I'm gonna go with number 10. I'm gonna say Vault Boy from Fallout. I think I don't know. I just think he's up there. He's got to be up there with Bethesda's deal and stuff like that. He's a big name in the Fallout community. If you know anything about Fallout. Red.
and that's it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
Just simple enough, and then to the next thing. And if we feel that like you might have threw some shade at somebody, I'm gonna say it, and Assassin could say the same thing, and so on and so forth.
I'm sort of with you on that. My number 10 is Microsoft Steve. It's very similar to Vault Boy because
You mean Minecraft, Steve?
Minecraft Steve?
What'd I say?
You
What-
said
what did I say?
Microsoft.
Microsoft Steve.
Microsoft.
Well, it is Microsoft naturally,
Same.
but
Whatever. Same fucking thing.
yeah, it's
Someone named Steve at Microsoft in cargo shorts and a white t-shirt is like, what the fuck did he just
Microsoft,
say?
Steve Jobs,
Oh
man. He's
my
talking about
God.
Steve Jobs, you know.
I love how I just casually said it like that's
Microsoft just
perfect.
acquired Steve Jobs' corpse.
Oh my god! Like we're gonna get on this right now. So yeah, Minecraft Steve. Because for similar reasons, because of the Vault Boy. Just
Yeah.
because whenever you see him, you know it's Microsoft. Fuck, it's Minecraft Steve. For the same reason that whenever you see the Vault Boy, you know Fallout. So yeah, that's mine. That's mine.
That's good.
That's a good one. That's funny.
Oh man.
All right, Assassin.
Mine's a little different than y'all's. Mine's not as really an established mascot or even an established IP with Xbox, but it's not on PlayStation. I went with Marius Titus from Rise Son of Rome.
That's Xbox only. Like if the
Yeah,
situation
that
with
is
I don't want
true.
you could say third party games that are only on a certain console. Like, you know, but I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
it.
I
But
know.
you that's right. I like that pick. That's a good one. I was considering that one, not at 10 actually, but I had to make sure Vault guy got in. So I'm with you on that. 10 that's a good pick for him.
Yeah, the only reason why I put Marius at 10 is because he's less known than the other mascots I chose. He's definitely one I really think that Crytek and Microsoft should go back to. So.
Yes, 100%. All right, Ray, go ahead and start off number 9, and then you could push the room around.
Number nine for me is Blinks, the Time Sweeper. Because this game,
Good
back
one.
in the day, dude, this game, I don't know what, like, games when we didn't have shit back in the day. And by the way, it's actually on Xbox Game Pass right now. It's still on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Does not control well at all. It sucks. But
Well, 2001. What do you expect?
yeah, I mean, but that game was amazing to me back in the day. I loved it so much. That was like my Crash Bandicoot back then. I loved it. But I just because it has a special place in my heart, Blink's the Time Sweeper. Every time that I see the art, whenever I'm scrolling through Game Pass, I'm just like, oh, there he is. So yeah, Blink's would be my number 9.
Isn't Blinks the one IP that Phil Spencer says he will not go back to?
I don't know.
Yeah, he hates cats.
I didn't know that.
I guess. Plus, Blinks was... I don't know why, because Blinks was made by a Japanese studio.
Yep. All right, Assassin number 9.
I went with Doomslayer.
What?
Yep. The Doom guy. Yeah.
Number
No,
9?
Yeah,
no. It's Doom Slayer, not Doom Guy. Whenever someone calls him Doom Guy, I think of a sleaze bag and in fake armor. That's what I think of. It's like
Playing a
John.
bass with no amp in the
It's
train
like
station.
Master.
Wait till I
Yes.
say his name. I'm gonna say Doom guy just to piss him off.
There you go.
Calling,
I have him down as Slayer, but
calling the Doom Slayer as Doom Guy is like saying Master Chief is not Master Chief, it is Master Cheeks. That is how it feels.
Ooh,
It
that's
feels wrong.
rough.
It feels bad. It's just
Feels
no,
dirty.
It's Doom
Yeah.
Slayer.
All
Yes, it feels wrong.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
my number 9 is Raz from Psychonauts. I think he's up there. He's awesome. Psychonauts 2 put a big old hit on my life last year playing it. It was literally one of the only multi-platform type of games that I played last year that I enjoyed. So all right, number 8, Assassin. What would you say? Number 8.
This one's for the Banjo Bros. Banjo-Kazooie. It would be
Yep.
great if somehow
Okay.
Microsoft brought the IP back. But here's my dream Banjo game. You have Double Fine doing the level design and gameplay. You have Rare assisting, but with Obsidian's dialogue and story. That's what I would like to see from Banjo. All 3 studios working together to make this one fantastic game for a mascot that Xbox really should stop sleeping on. That's what I would like to see.
Well, my number 8 guy is also Banjo, so I went with Banjo with number 8 too. So there,
Oh,
you pretty
really?
much said the same thing I said. So what do you got there, Red?
Which number is this?
This is number 8.
8.
Okay, so this is a weird one,
Oh no.
but history. By the way, there's a couple of these that history makes these because
Gotta
these
be
were
Conquer,
Xbox
then.
exclusive.
Gotta be Conquer then.
It's one of the
Number
random
8.
NPCs from Age of Empires.
Number 8 is Conquer. So you fucking guessed it. Yeah, Conquer as another one of those games that I remember playing as a kid, and I remember seeing the front of the cover and being like, "What is this? This looks weird and funny and silly." Actually, the first time I ever played it was on a demo from another game. You know how it used to be, like where you would load up a full game, and there would be like 3 other demos for a game. But then whenever it actually came out, I played it, and it starts off like a Banjo-Kazooie game. It starts off like all happy and lucky. So I just completely put it out of my mind that it was going to go off the walls. And like halfway through the game, it turns into a fucking bloody, crazy, insane shooter. And I'll never forget that switch. Similar to Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, which is another game that like halfway through the games, shit hits the fan. Like it doesn't flip, and you're like, what the fuck? Mac knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
And there's a twist that you're just like, what the fuck? I remember being a kid and being like, I can't believe that. So yeah, Conquer, that'd be mine.
Number 7. I'm gonna go ahead and start 7 off. The Dragonborn from Skyrim, the main character, the way they just present itself. Don't change your list. Don't change it. I see you changing it over there.
No, I'm not. No, I'm erasing stuff as I go. That way I don't lose track.
Okay, I'm just being a smartass.
you're
Dragonborn. I mean, come on. That's one of the most popular people in Skyrim. I mean, we know when you listen, that's like the first person everybody remembers. So, I think it's a big name in the household of anybody that has played any type of Bethesda game. So I think Xbox has done a great job. Hopefully, I would like Elder Scrolls 6. I want to throw that out there to bring back all like the base model characters they had presented in the beginning of the game when they like how they got the Dragonborn's got his helmet on and stuff like that, and Morrowind has got this like almost similar thing. Bring those guys some way or another, like in Champions in the new game, by the way, or something like that. That would be awesome. I don't know how they're going with that game, so who knows. But that's my number 7. Red, what you got?
And what number is this again?
This is number 7.
So Marius, and this is because, sorry, I'm erasing as I go. That way I don't lose track. Marius for me, another well-developed character. I think for a very from Rise Son of Rome. You look very confused.
Yeah, I had a brain fart for
that earlier.
Yeah.
I just said Marius
just
earlier.
because-
Like, what the fuck?
I brain farted for a second. I was like, why are you picking? But that's a good pick. You put him up a little higher. I like that. That's
Well, because it had a bigger impact on me, especially for whenever it came out. I mean, I'll never ever forget seeing in 2013 the cutscene of the boats going up onto the shore, and I was like, "Is this gameplay?" I mean, it blew my fucking
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, it fucking blew me away. I didn't believe that it was actually gameplay. I mean, Rise has such a, and I know nowadays it has the combat's very. I don't know. The combat's still fucking dope. I don't give a shit what anyone says. You can hold that game up to. I think even Colt did a video. Colt Eastwood, shout out. He did a video about. Maybe I'm wrong. God of War versus Rise Son of Rome. Wasn't it Colt that did a video about that, and they showed them side by side, and it showed how good Rise Son of Rome looks today. Yeah, was it him?
I don't think it was him.
I don't think
I don't
it
know
was
why
either.
I'm thinking that. Anyway, shout out to Colt.
I remember seeing it though, but yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Anyway,
I'm sure he'll watch
so
this.
But the
No, he
character
won't.
arc that he has is so good. I love the end of it. The Damocles speech. Oh, so good. If you know, you know. The Damocles speech. You are next. That whole thing was so fucking sick. So that's mine.
All right, nice.
Assassin?
Who's next? Assassin, yeah.
Well, I gotta go with the only girl on my list. I really hope we
Joanna
get to
Dark.
see her sometime soon. Joanna Dark. Perfect Dark. I want to see what makes her such a badass. I want to see what makes her such an icon, even 20 years later.
If
So-
we get to see her. Apparently it's going to be Deus Ex like with third and first person mixed with cover shooting and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I heard that too. I actually kind of like that concept, to be honest.
I love that. I wish more first person games would do that. I wish they all would do that. I would love that.
Yeah.
I wish Cyberpunk did that. Fuck! I'm going to get on a tangent. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nope. So I put Joanna at 7. I really want to see what she can do. Hopefully, the new Perfect Dark, whenever it comes out, hopefully it blows me away. But I'm putting Joanna at 7.
Red, number 6.
My number 6 is... This is weird. You're going to be like, what are you talking about? Alan Wake. That's right. Alan motherfucking Wake. Yeah, Alan Wake was only on Xbox. Now, things have changed, obviously. Like I said, there are a few things on this list that were not so. I think times have changed, but in the beginning, that is how it was. Alan Wake was Xbox only. I remember, do you guys remember Alan Wake had this live action episodes releasing before the game actually came out, and it would release on 360 for free, and you can just go download the video, and each video would be like 15-minute long episodes, and it was building up to, it was a prequel to the game, and it was all free. Seriously, go look this up. I'm not bullshitting you, and it was awesome. I even tried to show my girlfriend this, and we looked it up on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube, but the quality is so fucked. I don't know what is going on there, but I can't find a good quality one. But anyway, Alan Wake, because that was one of the first horror games that set a different tone for me. I wasn't really expecting the Stephen King like tone, and I love Alan Wake as a character. There's the whole world of Alan Wake. Just, I love it. I love it so much. So he's got to have a higher spot up there for me. So yeah, so that's mine. That's my number 6.
Assassin?
My number 6. I gotta go with the one character that I think was completely underrated and not given enough attention during the Xbox One era. Mr. Jack Joyce from Quantum Break.
Yep.
My guy.
Oh,
Sean
Second
Ashmore
Remedy.
did such a good job with the character.
Mm.
I mean, you could say that he's average or whatever, but I feel like there's more to tell from Jack's story, especially with how they ended it. You know, with him having the same disease as Paul did. You know, the disease where he can pick which timeline he wants to go into instead. Another Xbox One gem that really needs a sequel. But I gotta give it to Jack.
That's
Jack,
my number
I
one
think
sequel that I want.
Jack, I think, deserves to stand alongside Master Chief and Marcus. That's how good I think he is.
I agree. That's a good one. My number 6 is my man Coltrane. I don't care what anybody says.
Whoa.
Coltrane is when you thought of Gears of War, there's only a few people you think of, and you think of Coltrane. Everybody loved the old Coltrane. You know, this is what it was. And if you played Gears of War, you'd understand. It's it.
You know. Yeah.
Assassin, number 5. We're gonna start you off with number 5.
Number 5. Now, I said earlier that Jack, I think, deserves to stand alongside Master Chief and Marcus. But number 5, I put above Jack for one reason. He is a complete badass. And when I was younger, I kind of looked up to the guy. Not in a terrible way, but I did.
Wait. I'm
What?
sorry.
You look
Sorry.
up to a video game character, is what you're telling me.
Wait, no, hang on. No, that's
That's
not.
too old far to still want to worship Master Chief anyway.
Oh, fuck.
You still know our
off.
standards.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was confused. Wait,
I'm
Jack?
confused. I don't understand. I'm lost. Okay, who? Okay.
Wait,
Okay,
Jack-
wrong
Jack
to say
from-
look up to.
No, you
I
can
don't-
look up to him. It's fine with that. I'm not. It's just.
Well,
Wait, Jack-
I found him
Jack
pretty
from-
cool, okay?
There you go.
I'm sorry, what franchise?
I haven't even gotten to it yet. You both interrupted me. Corvo Atano from Dishonored.
Oh, fuck. But,
When
Wait,
the
you're not even going
Dishonored trailer
exclusives?
came out,
That's exclusive.
I
That's
thought...
Bethesda. That's Bethesda.
You're right. You're
It's
not lying.
Bethesda.
I thought you meant... You're right. Mascots, not exclusives. I'm a dumb fuck.
what?
I could have
I said Xbox owned mascots. I said Xbox owned characters. is
You're
what I
right.
said.
You ain't lying. I'm sorry, Assassin. I'm shitting all over you.
Dude, when I first saw that first Dishonored trailer from E3, what was it, like 2011, 2012? I was hooked. I wanted that game so bad. I begged
You
my
looked up
dad,
to him.
Dad,
Come on, murder
can I
everyone in the
please
city
buy
this
this
weekend."
game? Dude, I
Yeah.
played Dishonored like 4 or 5 times just that year when I got it. I still like to go through it every once in a while. Corvo
played it
is
like 2
one of
weeks
the
ago, actually.
guys for me.
Voiced by
Ironically, another
the same
assassin
guy-
type character.
And voiced by the same guy that voices. Oh God, Fallout 4. He's in every single Bethesda game. He's the welcome, buy anything you can see. He's the voice of the Bretons in Skyrim. He is also the voice of who's the synth guy, the detective guy, Valentine. He is him in Fallout 4. So he is a big part of the Bethesda family. Yeah, so that's a great pick. He wasn't voiced in Dishonored 1, but he got a voice in Dishonored 2, and that's who they chose. So yeah.
Well, my number 5 is Steve from Minecraft, not Microsoft.
What? Oh, really?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I would put him at number 5. He is on every child's dream. I don't know what it is. If it ain't that or Roblox, there ain't nothing else. That's why he's a top name in the household. Most households, anybody that has children most likely has seen this guy. He's Minecraft number 5, Steve. Red, what would you go with? There's only a few things left. We're only a few spots left. We're in the top 5 now.
This is number 5?
This is number 5. This is where it gets where if you make some wrong mistakes, we're going to make fun of you.
So this is weird because I'm doing the same thing that you did with the Dragonborn. My number 5 is the Courier from New Vegas, because that game put you, if you just think about like the baseline quests and all the DLC and everything that dude had to go to, or woman, whatever, that they had to go through, that is probably the most hard character in all the Fallout games. That whoever you play it as, you had to go through so much shit, especially like Lonesome Road. I mean, even Fallout 3 Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 were very similar. It was sort of like a flip, like your character didn't really, there wasn't like a whole lot of trauma there. And I'm not to say like that your character was traumatized. Probably should have been after Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, I would say the Courier from New Vegas. Yeah. Play New Vegas, Assassin. You'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Who do we start off with? Who was starting off on this? This would have been okay. So it's me, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's you.
Number 4, Cortana from Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is every man's
Blue nipple.
napkin and lotion time when they were weirdos, when they were being weirdos. Not me generally. I did some other stuff with my hands.
Yeah, moisturizer.
I built a house. Yeah, I would say Cortana. I mean, she's personally probably the most notorious female in video games. I mean, in general, just there ain't many other females that are above her or even equal to her.
Besides,
to me.
like Lara Croft, maybe. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's not many. Even then,
There's not
like,
many. Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, you got Lara Croft and probably, what's her name from Metroid? I can't even think of her.
Samus.
Yeah, that's
Seamus.
about it. Seamus from wrestling.
Yeah.
I farted. Yeah, there's not many females, but you notice that everybody we just said, like Lara Croft's a Sony person, Nintendo has their, Xbox has theirs, and that's where Cortana comes into play. If you know, it is their number 1 game. We all know that Xbox and Halo are like lovers. They will never leave each other, and everybody knows that Cortana's there. That's why they went with the way they did with the lore, so they can make sure that Cortana's always somewhere to be seen, even if it's not the same Cortana. So,
yeah. Even if she's completely
number 4,
inaccurate
Red.
due to lore. You mean number 5?
No, number
4.
No, number 4.
Oh, I fucked up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, number 4. is the cheeky boy himself, the cheeks of Master Chief.
Number
Is
4?
for me.
Fuck you. Sorry.
Now, it's only the only reason he's there is because there are other characters. It's so close. It's so close. That's all I'll say. Like
He's top
these
two
these top
minimum.
4 characters are big, and I'll explain. I'll explain once I get to my number 3.
When we get to number 1, and you don't give me a legitimate reason to put him at least 1 or 2, me and you're gonna have a good conversation after this. I'm gonna have to put you.
Wait,
in
is this?
timeout.
Wait, I'm on number 5, right?
No, we're on number 4.
4. Okay, good. Yes, you'll
Who's
understand
your number 5?
why.
Who was your number 5? So we make sure we had it right.
I don't know. What did I say? I'm erasing it as I go, so I can't see.
Oh, okay, then whatever.
Um,
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh, boy.
number it's because he is like he has been the mascot for so long, and I don't have anything bad to say. We're at the top 4 now. Okay, so now we're like we're having to split hairs and nitpick about why the characters are so great, not about what we don't like about them versus the ones that we do love more. So it's Master Chief. Well, I don't know what else to say. He's a fucking badass. He's had an epic story. He is like, it's Master Chief. I don't know what else to say. That's my number 4. So yeah.
Assassin, what is your number 4?
My number 4 is definitely not Master Chief because I know my fucking place when it comes to putting Xbox mascots. My number 4,
Okay.
if there was one character that I spent more than Corvo when I was younger and still do today, the Dragonborn.
Oh shit.
I like that one. Like that.
Bro.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't care how many playthroughs I will go through in my life. I will keep playing them. The Dragonborn. Oh man, you guys are making me want to go play Skyrim again, and I don't like that.
You
I want to
should.
keep. I need to do this for the podcast, but you guys suck. I really want to go play it
I'm
now.
still making that Skyrim video. Spoiler.
I
But
didn't know you were making
yeah.
one.
Oh, that was it.
All right.
Okay.
Number
Yep.
3. Go ahead, Red.
Oh. Okay, I think my dog is sleeping and he scared me because he growled out of nowhere. Anyway, I like look around my house. So these two characters, Master Chief and this character, stood neck and neck because of character development. It's Marcus Phoenix
I
from
figured it
Gears of
was.
War. Yeah. And because they are still staples, they are still exclusive to Xbox. It still feels very special to have those two awesome protagonists. But for as much character development as Marcus Phoenix has, and everything, all the shit that he had to go through and is still going through, I still haven't finished 5. I still haven't finished 5, so I don't know what happens. But Marcus Phoenix was such a great character. And not that he's better than Master Chief, I'm just talking about in terms of a character. Because Master Chief, he does get humanized a couple times throughout the series. But yeah, that's me. I don't know what else to say. Marcus is dope.
Assassin, what's your number 3?
Revive me!
My number 3. I'm just. What?
No,
Did he
God.
just literally just say
Classic.
revive me?
Revive me.
Yeah, classic quote. Yeah.
My number 3 is definitely recent. The only reason I put this character at number 3, there's technically 2 of them. Only reason I put him at number 3 is because I see the potential. I see where these 2 characters could possibly take Xbox in the future. I put at number 3 Chai and 808 from Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, look at you! Fuck, man.
I think
Damn it,
Chai.
I feel bad now.
I think Chai and 808. I think those 2 have the potential to become the new generation for the next generation of Xbox fans.
I could have
as
added it into
one
my
of the
list. I'm a
new
piece of shit.
Xbox fans, or as one of the new Xbox mascots. I truly do think that Chai and 808 do have that potential. I really do.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm a dickhead. I love that.
Yeah, you
I
motherfucker! You
totally
could have put him
on my
somewhere
list.
else.
I
You
know.
could
I
have
know.
put Chai
I could've-
instead of Alan Wake.
I know. Well,
know the reason why
I
you
couldn't. I couldn't leave Alan Wake out of that. But anyway.
Yeah, I
Mac.
know.
Matt. Mac,
How can you
you
put
dude.
how can you put a mid character game into this top Xbox? That game is so trash.
Whoa! Holy shit! Seriously?
I can't
Mac,
do it, dude. I
Mac,
tried, man.
You ain't got no rhythm.
Mac. To be fair, I
Baby,
didn't.
gotta
I
have
did.
some type of rhythm.
Mac, to be
yeah.
fair,
Well,
I
you
didn't
got
put
kids coming,
Xbox's
so-
number one mascot at number 4.
Yeah, yours was bad. His was shitty as fuck. So,
Yeah,
my number 3 is the Doom guy, the best special. It's Doom Slayer.
yeah.
I just think he's the guy that runs Bethesda when it comes down to he's the mascot of Bethesda. He's the guy that runs the show when it comes to Bethesda. You know, he's the almighty badass that breaks necks and rips monsters apart. And with them announcing the new mobile game today, which looks pretty cool, kind of reminds me of the Gears of War thing they made a few years ago. I'm happy with it. I'll play it. It comes out like what, the 15th or something of March or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But
21st.
Doom, something like that. You can pre-register at mobile, whatever. Just type in Doom. I don't know, Doom something.
Doom something. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, number 2 Assassin. We'll go ahead and start that off with you.
I gotta
Fair
give it
enough,
to
I'll
Marcus
give
Phoenix.
Oh,
That's it.
that's it. That's all you gotta say about.
No, hold on. Sorry, I was drinking and went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, okay.
Now, to be fair, I'm not the biggest Gears of War fan, but John DiMaggio absolutely nails Marcus Phoenix. Like, I feel the ferocity within his voice, within the actions that he takes. You know, the thing that differentiates my number 1 from Marcus is, well, Marcus is a little bit more relatable, whereas the number 1 really isn't. But when I think about Gears of War and Marcus Phoenix as a, as an Xbox IP and mascot, like there's no contest. Marcus literally is number 2. He is the second holder for status of Xbox mascot.
I know what your number 1 is then because.
Yes.
Um,
There is no reason for this man not to be number 2, Marcus Phoenix. He is literally the second highest selling game of, I'm sure, well, probably not second highest selling because there's with all the new additions, but it's Marcus. There's no ifs, ands, and buts.
we were tight with that with Marcus. That's crazy. We were all like right there.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
Marcus. Well, you gotta say he's top 3. There's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Besides your 4th guy.
Yeah. Well, I was 3.
Yep.
I was 3 with him.
No, I was talking about.
Wasn't
your
I? I was
Halo
3
guy.
with
I was
Marcus,
making fun
wasn't
of your
I?
Halo. You picking Master Chief at 4 for some reason. I swear to God.
It was
when
because of Marcus.
Well, when you say motherfucking 1, it better be motherfucking Jesus because there's no reason.
Well, it
nobody's
pretty
above
much
him.
is. It pretty much is. Yes, to me.
Yeah, Marcus. I mean, come on, man. It's Gears. They couldn't even get rid of him 4 and 5. They had to bring him back because he's that big of a name. Yes, we know that JD and Kat, JD's his son. They had to bring Marcus back, though he's kind of hiding in a dungeon in the bottom of the Slayer of Gears 4. It's got to be Marcus, man. Marcus is the G. So, I mean, there ain't nobody better.
I'm about to fucking download.
And when
Gears
Dave
5,
Bautista comes to play
Oh God! Yep.
There's a couple other characters.
Dave. I'm so ready. I'm so
All right, you go ahead. Go ahead, Red.
My number 2. I gotta hit undo because I deleted it already.
How do you forget it?
Oh, I got it. Because I have ADHD, baby. So my number 2, I've been watching John Wick recently. I've been rewatching it because I don't know. I have to watch something I have to have something to be excited for whenever I go to sleep. Usually it's Batman the Animated Series because I'm a child. But I've been rewatching the John Wick movies, and they do this thing where they create the most terrifying protagonist of all time because they talk about John Wick throughout the movies through other characters that they're like, oh, like, remember the scene where they're like, so I heard you struck my son, and he's like, he's like, wait, what was it? He's like, oh yeah, the car guy. He's like, I heard you struck my son, he's like a big time like mob boss. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. He's like, so I heard you punch my son in the face. What's up with that? And he's like, well, because he stole John Wick's car and he killed his dog. And he's like, oh. And he just hangs up the phone. He's like, fuck. Well, shit. The same can be said about the Doomslayer. whenever you think about the Doom, the same way that demons think about the Doomslayer, is the same way that even the Covenant will look at Master Chief as like the demon, like he's gonna come fuck us all up, like this motherfucker's gonna come in, he's gonna rip our assholes apart and make balloons out of them, like little giraffes and stuff. So that's Doom guy for me, number 2, just because. I don't know. When I think about the Doom guy, I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I get so hyped just thinking about it because he is just such a fucking machine, dude. Anyway, that's mine.
Number 1. Almighty God. Pokemon Pikachu. No, I was playing. It's definitely Master Chief. I mean, there's only 2 people you could put here, and you've already picked both of them, Red. Now I'm gonna make Assassin go first, because I know before you, Red, because whatever you're gonna say, we're gonna leave that as the final thing we say about our top 10s and how shady your top 10
you're gonna leave
was.
me as the last one. Okay.
Assassin, go ahead and pick me your Master Chief or Cortana. I'm okay with either one of those, but not to put See now Red's gonna be like Cortana. I'm gonna change my Cortana. Well,
I ain't changing because I know my history, and this character.
I got one dishonorable mention before I do my top
Arbiter.
one. The fucking Forza car.
Just the car.
The McLarens. There's the McLaren.
Any car.
Yeah, just
it would be the McLaren, wouldn't it? Yeah, from the front of the.
No, my number 1 is Sergeant Johnson. No, I'm just kidding. It's Master Chief.
Yep.
Not because like you better not be
I'm a fake
fucking serious
fanboy.
with Sergeant
I was like,
Johnson.
damn. I was like, at least give him that one. I mean, yeah.
Man,
I mean, come on, he's the face of Xbox. He's the reason that Xbox is still
Yeah.
here 20 years later. Master
100%.
Chief, like, I didn't finish Combat Evolved, but I did finish Infinite. And even though I'm not as invested into the Halo franchise as you two, but if there was one character from Xbox that will convince me to always buy an Xbox, as long as he is here, it is John 117. It is the Master Chief.
Yep.
As long as John 117, the Master Chief, is here, we'll be here with you guys on Xbox.
Bing bang boom. John 11-7.
Now,
So
Red,
my number
why the
1.
fuck didn't you pick the GOAT?
That's because there's only one savior of the universe, the
Master
lover of
Commander
everyone.
Oh God.
He romances everyone. He saves everyone.
He's not. He's not exclusive to Xbox.
It's Commander motherfucking Shepard. Because yes, Mass Effect came out as an Xbox exclusive whenever it was first
Same
launched.
Commander Shepard we'll see on PS5 and Series X in a few years.
That's right, baby. But originally, just like Alan Wake, it was originally an Xbox only game whenever it launched. It was only on Xbox. And as you guys know, Commander Shepard and Mass Effect is my favorite game of all time, so why the fuck would I not pick Commander Shepard? I don't know what else to say. It's Commander Shepard. It's Shepard. So
I'm not gonna say that he's not exclusive, okay? Because I think Mass Effect 1 was exclusive to Xbox.
it was, yeah.
Yeah, which I was right. I thought it was. But you put that motherfucker over Master Chief. What the fuck is your problem? I was like,
Man, oh shit, here we go. Because Commander Shepard did more for the universe than Master Chief. Think about it in terms of like scope, right?
Listen, bro.
Like, because Master Chief is fighting
Bro,
aliens and shit,
you're
right?
wrong. You're wrong. You're listen, bro.
I
You
don't
give-
know.
You give
Listen.
1,000 people this. There's 1,000 people this. There's only gonna be like maybe 4 people that are stupid enough to take
I
Master
wanna
Chief
know.
out of their top 3.
If you got this far in the episode, I want to just type in Chief or Shepard. That's all I'm gonna just type it in the comments below. Let us know if you got this far. in the
Yeah,
episode.
there we go. That's gonna be our thing. If you've made it this far, and are you a Halo guy, Master Chief, or are you a
Or are you a
Mass Effect
Shepard, maybe?
Commander Shepard?
That's right.
You're not
Between the
wrong
two
on either.
sci-fis.
I agree that they're both top 5. I didn't put Shepard in there because I did feel like it is like
There's
the
a
same
stipulation with
yes.
the Xbox thing. Yeah.
Yes, because of the whole everything going on, and I just Yes, he is. I was gonna when you were done talking, I was gonna put a couple mentions. Arbiter, 808 Spark, the guy from Halo 3. That's a big name. That's one of the big enemies. I mean, there was a couple other I had on my list. You already said Jonah. You said Jonah. Hold on. There was one more big name that I was thinking of, and I couldn't think of it, and I got it. BJ from Wolfenstein, Cuphead.
Ooh, fuck! Why didn't I think about that?
Yeah,
Damn,
Frank West, Cameo. The girl from Hellblade, Shani, what the hell's her name?
Senua.
Shania
Twain.
And Johnny Gat from Saints Row 2 and 3, of course, but he was only because Saints Row 2 was only an Xbox game too. I can actually send you my list of my I put a bunch of just everybody. Time I thought of something new, I put it. Commander Shepard was, and then Carmine from Gears.
Which one?
The first one, Carmine. Well, any of the Carmines, they're all the thing.
Right, yeah.
And then everything else. I said, and I said Agent Locke was the other one from Halo 5. So everybody knows that's they were trying to push him away. So there was almost thing, but the BJ one, I'm surprised didn't get sniffed in by one of you two from Wolfenstein. But you get your head chopped off, and you come back to life in Wolfenstein 2 Colossus after you get your head chopped off. So.
No, Mac. You know what's really funny?
What?
There was a poll recently about which game are you excited about for Xbox in the future. Starfield obviously won out. The number 2, I'm surprised that none of the three of us even thought about this franchise or the character that we played as before. Because I know I'm pretty sure Red has played it. I know I have, and Mac, I'm not sure if you have. Why did none of us choose the hero from Fable?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, the beginning
I thought
one.
about it.
Well, also here's another one that I didn't think of. I just thought of that. The Battletoads, the 3 Battletoad guides too.
What about none of the characters from Killer Instinct popped into y'all's heads either?
Yeah, Sabretooth and what was the other one?
Oh boy.
Yeah, and there's a couple of characters, but I feel like me and Assassin's list were pretty decent. Reds was horrible with the Master Chief, but that's about it. If he would have just changed, if he would have just changed Master Chief and Shepard at 1 and 4, or even put Shepard at 3 and the other, and move up the third or the fourth guy and put Chief at 1, or even 3, that'd have been cool. But 4, fuck you.
I'm sorry. It's just because it was Marcus's fault. It's his fault. It's character development. That's it, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you think of Xbox, you don't think of Commander Shepard. You think of Master Chief.
I agree, but that's not what he asked.
It is a personal thing, but his opinion is wrong. Okay, let's go ahead and move on.
I love that because I say that shit all the time. I'm like, it's fine. It's okay to be wrong sometimes.
Kitty.
Anyway, that's Benson, by the way. It's my creamsicle kitty.
Well, let's go ahead and we're gonna talk about the big news of the day.
Yeah, so that was fun. That was a fun topic. I like fun things.
Another thing, if you guys somehow made it here, if you guys like that, even if you guys don't, you get one person to say yes. I like the top 10. It adds 30 minutes to the show of me wanting to know what your guys' favorite are, just to give some whatever. Just tell us. I would like to know. That's something that's really up there, because we're gonna do, no matter what, we're still gonna do the Sony one, the Nintendo one, but it could be later on. Top 5 movies, top 5 cars.
Oh, even a harder one, Mac. Top 10 video game mascots from all the publishers, from everybody.
Then Master Chief would still be my number 1, but so there's no point in doing that one. Because Red wouldn't even put Master Chief in his top 10 because he's a piece of shit.
No, Red didn't even put Master Chief in his top 20.
Yeah. Benson, can he hear us? No, he probably can't.
Yeah, he can't hear you. He is a baby. He is like a...
Yeah, if my cat wasn't laying in my clothes over there and wrapped up thing, you could barely see him, but he's always in my room near me. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and talk about the big news of the day.
Yeah, so why don't you guys take this off? Take this off? Take it off. Take everything off.
I will talk. I'll do it.
Take it off. Take it away, Mac.
Microsoft, the big thing with the Activision. They have signed a deal with Nintendo and NVIDIA, a 10-year deal to bring Call of Duty and games alike, Call of Duty from the Activision parties, and Blizzard parties to NVIDIA's PC support, which can also mean cloud gaming, and to Nintendo, which to me sounds super nice for those people that only want to run off that and make sure that their computer's good. And to me, that also sounds like we're going to be getting a Nintendo Pro or possibly a Nintendo Switch 2. Just saying. If you can hear me, Red, I'm sure you can. I think that brings a lot to the table. This also pushes Sony into a back of a corner that they can't go nowhere out of. How do they get out of this if they want to cancel this deal towards Xbox to make sure this deal of $69 billion doesn't go through? What really is going to happen? Did Microsoft just pull the checkmate on Sony in this deal with the FTC, the CMAs, and the EUs? Did they just checkmate them with these deals? And on top of it, another union has supported Microsoft. Think about that when it comes down to the courts in the next few weeks. It's going to be nice to see. Assassin, let's get what you're talking. I want to hear everything about this. You tell me, brother. Tell me everything.
Well, you really think that it's over, Mac? You think that Microsoft finally did?
I think it's checkmate. I think the biggest thing about this is Sony has nobody backing their side up. They're it. They have nobody to support them besides Google. But even Google's like, we don't give a shit anymore. It's over. The FTC was the only thing they were pretty much trying to fuck over the FTC a little bit with that, which that's not 100% true, but I think they were just trying to irritate the FTC, and we all know what that stupid Republican, whatever, Democrat, I don't know what the hell she is, got knocked out of the FTC. She's one of those. I don't care. It's above me. When her breaking the law, as they would say, that's over with. But with them signing 10-year deals showing that Sony's the only one saying this is hurting our competition, this is hurting us. How is this hurting you? I don't get this. It hasn't been hurting you for the last 20 years that you've been dominating the market. Microsoft, they said, bitch, queen a motherfucking 9. I'm about to queen 9 your ass. And they put him in the corner with the king. And Sony's just stuck. What will really happen? Do you really think anything else will happen if this is it? What do you think about this, Assassin? Come on, I know you got some good things on this.
Well, I do agree with you. I do think that Microsoft did effectively put Sony in a corner. I mean, Microsoft has proven, if they do acquire ABK, not only does the competition increase between Microsoft and Sony on the console side, but on the mobile side as well. Microsoft has now has a good source of revenue coming in from mobile from King. Candy Crush, Diablo Immortal, Call of Duty Mobile. That increases competition between Microsoft, Google, and Apple. So that's good for them. In terms of the studios under Activision, now those developers can breathe now that they're no longer a part of the Call of Duty machine. Consumers, we win. Now, Call of Duty will be available on Xbox, Game Pass, PlayStation, if they sign the deal, PC, Steam, and Nvidia, and now Nintendo. All those consoles, all those PCs, that's over... I'm just assuming that's about over 200 million potential customers. Probably even more. I'm bold enough to say probably even 500 million customers. Across all consoles, all PCs, all phones. There's nothing Sony can say. I'm pretty sure the EU, the CWA, the FTC, they're gonna ask.
The PPF, the Y.
They're gonna ask Sony, why are you against the deal? There's more. There'll be more customers. There will be more competition, and effectively, to be honest, Sony will have more competitors. Not only will Microsoft be able to effectively compete even more with COD, but Sony could also potentially have to compete in the mobile space too. I mean, think about it. Does Sony really have a presence in the mobile space? They don't. But with this acquisition, Microsoft does. They have 3.
Jim Ryan's the only thing mobile about PlayStation, am I right?
Oh yeah. Well, you're not wrong.
Flying around to Brussels. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Sony just acquired a mobile studio like last year, and they don't even know what game. We don't even know what type of game they're making. Is it based on a PlayStation IP? Is it a new IP? Is it even going to be successful? We don't know. But Diablo Immortal, Candy Crush, COD Mobile, they have proven they're successful. There's nothing that Sony can do or say to effectively say to regulators, this is going to hurt us. No, it's only going to hurt you. The rest, the consumers win, the developers under Activision win, the competition increases between everybody in the industry, and Microsoft gets another head start into the generation. After Bethesda, dude, it's going to blow my mind having Bethesda, Activision, and Blizzard as sister publishers under Microsoft. It's going to be insane.
Yeah. I mean, from everything. So earlier we were talking about the infrastructure of Nintendo, right? So now that Microsoft is saying, hey guys, we weren't lying. We will bring Call of Duty to Nintendo. This entire
who signed it?
Who? What?
I want to know who.
Probably
Bowser.
Probably that Bowser guy.
Who
from Nintendo signed it? Was it Miyamoto? Was it Doug Bowser? Who from Nintendo signed it?
Miyamoto isn't. Miyamoto is just he's kind of like a Todd Howard. He's just a right. Miyamoto just made.
I'm pretty sure Miyamoto's an executive, isn't he?
Is he an executive now?
I have no idea.
Okay, well we don't know. I don't want to talk into my ass.
That's a little bit into it. I'm sure there's probably more than one signature on that paper.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to be upset with me or us, but I know Miyamoto is a big Nintendo. Miyamoto's big. Let me see. Hang on. Let me do this. Hey Siri,
While he's sitting here
who is Miyamoto? Nintendo.
I want to throw another little thing in there real quick.
The Japanese video designer, producer, a game of Nintendo anime. He's 70 years old. So there you go. Perfect.
Ori is another character, by the way, we didn't talk about. I meant to put that out. I forgot that. I had that on my list and I didn't see it.
Who?
Ori in the Blind Forest. Ori.
Oh,
I'm kicking myself in the can for that one.
Yeah, that's bad because I think Ori in the Will of the Wisp was the game of the year or very close to it that year. So.
Okay. So yeah, I'm excited for the future. I would love to see a world where people had access to Game Pass on Nintendo. That'd be crazy. That'd be wild. But the thing is that we know that Nintendo's online infrastructure is garbage. And it has been for a very long time. They just don't even care. I feel like they don't feel like they need it because they're making enough money. I feel like they don't feel like they need it. But I'm excited if Call of Duty is going to come to Nintendo. That's a big get. It's a big old get, and it definitely ensures the safety of the IP as if it needed it. Call of Duty is going to be around forever. So,
Ray, can you imagine all three of us in Sapio reacting to a Nintendo Direct next year and Call of Duty's there at a Nintendo Direct?
I don't think it'll be next year, but I think it will be the year after. No, they won't. There's going to be a Switch Pro. I think this is going to be a sign. This is a sign that they're going to have to finally upgrade.
It's the Super Switch. I'm calling it. It's going to be called the Super Switch.
That'd be cool. Super Switch.
It's going to be called
the Super Nintendo Switch.
That. I would like that.
It's going to be called the Nintendo Switch Pro. Is what it's going to be called. It's going to be the most basic.
Come on, man.
Listen, it'd become the Nintendo Series D. I don't know.
You tried.
Either way,
it's gonna be like Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch Pro, the Super Switch, the Super Nintendo Switch Pro.
Yeah, the Switch Pro.
I will say this is it. This is a big thing for just. I mean, to have these deals in place before this deal's done is just showing that Microsoft is trying to make sure these games are not what they think. You know, so.
Dude, the fact that Brad Smith in Brussels during the hearing when everybody was there, Microsoft, Sony, Valve, EA, and a few others were there. Brad
had the
Smith was on
paperwork.
stage, and he had the paper
For Sony,
He
yeah,
had
he had
the
the
fucking-
paper.
contract for Sony. Right there.
Yeah, he said, "Here, you guys should
Yes,
sign
yes.
this."
The motherfucker
And-
signed it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's-
That's a pretty bad. That's pretty bad for Sony. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad.
a bad look, when it's all said and done. All their companies are agreeing to it. Other dominating companies, not people that are ahead of all of us. Ahead of in the gaming market, Nintendo's beating everybody. You look at Nintendo, they're beating everybody because as
I
other people like
Nintendo's
to
the real
say,
market
it's for the
leader.
children only. But whatever.
It is. Yeah.
Nintendo's the real market leader.
It is. We all know. I mean, everybody knows that. Unless you're just
We
stupid.
all accept it.
And if they're accepting this deal, that means they know that even if they don't have Call of Duty, they've already succeeded. Why can't Sony? Sony needs to just put out better games when it comes to shooters. Why not make a Destiny 3? Why not push that game? Why not make your own game with your other 20 studios you have, or 57 studios, whatever the fuck it was. I remember it was up there. It just shows that this whole time, what we've been saying, that the deal that they offered the first time around for the 10 years, Sony should have took. Now I wish they would just say, if they keep doing this and subpoenaing them and saying, oh, we want this, we want our remedies, and this is what we want, and it's almost like a cry for help, But at the same time, we know Sony's still gonna make it. We know Sony's still gonna make money. We know Sony's doing a great job. They're fine. They're fine. People are like saying they're gonna go out of business. Like, no, they're not gonna go out of business. No way. You know how bad they'd have to fail for the next 10 years before to even consider to go out of. They'd have to fail for 10 straight years before even thinking to go out of business. And then even then, by the time that happens, they'll be sold to somebody else, and they'll make it stronger. So it doesn't matter. So
They have Destiny. They have one of the most successful live service first-person shooters on the market,
but they're
owned by them.
But listen,
It may not be Call of
they
Duty,
try to
but it
pull
is.
that bullshit. They try to pull that bullshit what they did with Bungie. Oh, we're going to give you $3 billion, right? You can never be owned by another company. Never. And if your company starts getting out of hand, we'll take it over. But as of right now, you're an independent studio, but we want to own you. That's why they did this deal with Bungie to me. This is why they paid that $3 billion whatever dollars for Bungie, so they could take this to court and be like, well, they can do the independent, so they don't make enough, so they can't run it, so they can't put it on Game Pass, so that's why they did with Bungie. I would not be surprised if Destiny 3 is exclusive to only the PlayStation, just to burn us Xbox players that love Destiny. I love Destiny. Yeah, Destiny 2 was a little wonky at first. The game's great now. I don't play it as much because clearly there's a million other things, but
Imagine that would that's. Imagine that Sony does bring that
I'm
up
looking
to
at myself
Bungie and
talk,
Bungie doesn't
so-
agree.
Nope.
but
Sorry.
there's a lot to this deal that's great, and there's a lot to this deal that can lead into more bullshit for the next fucking 6 months. So, well, they said May 1st, it could be the earliest done, but I think with them getting subpoenaed for 2 more weeks. Why did you look? You all right, Red?
Yeah.
He doesn't sound okay. He sounds like he just got hit in the nads. What's going on?
Oh, fine. Assassin, please continue. Just be serious.
Well, that's it. Assassin already said what he had to say.
Yeah,
Good,
what the fuck?
perfect.
What is he laughing about?
Nothing. Nothing at all. It's fine. I'm a child. That's all. So that's big. That's big news, man. That's big stuff.
You know what's going on here?
Oh, you're fine. Shush.
He made a
Shush,
weird
my
face.
Yeah,
Wait
and
a
then
minute, wait.
it was a whole thing.
Wait, Matt, was he looking at his phone before you started laughing?
No, it was
He was
another
looking at
nipple
me.
slip from. It was a whole thing. Anyway,
For you,
Anyway,
you're the
seriously,
one that.
seriously, I'm excited for the future of Nintendo and Xbox having sexual relations in bed. That's what I'm really excited to see. Green and red put together. What do you get? What do you put when you put green and red?
I think you get
Who's that made?
Brown.
Well, that kind of makes sense if you think about it. Well, good. Any other thoughts on that merger? Cool.
Other than the fact
Perfect.
that I really do hope that, I really do hope that the acquisition does finish before June, so that way Diablo fans can get a nice treat getting Diablo 4 in Game Pass. I really hope that comes true for Diablo fans.
That'd be a good spot for it. That'd be a good platform for that type of game. All right, well, so now we're just into the lighter stuff. Have you guys played Alan Wake? Because I mentioned it. You know, he was one of my characters. Have you guys played Alan Wake? There was the remake.
I played the first time it was around. 10 years ago. And then I bought the remastered I didn't buy it. I got it for Christmas last year. And I've already played it, but I want to play it again. But like I said, it's just stuff gets pushed back because you got this and you got life, and it's just tough. I paid like $30 for the wife paid like $30 for it for Christmas last year for me, and I just never got to it. There's a couple of games I never got to last year, and like just like this year, it's just like
Yeah, Midnight Suns, yeah. She needs to stop buying you games because you're just not going to play it whatever she buys you, because obviously I'm seeing a trend.
I played what did I just beat recently? The Crisis Core. She bought me Crisis Core, so.
Oh, I was playing that today. I was actually playing that today on my break. Yep.
Yeah, why did you beat it?
For 30 minutes. Yeah, no, I realized today after playing that, I was like, I was going to 100% this game, and I was like, you know what? I just need to just play the game and don't worry about 100%ing. I'm like going through an area in Crisis Core. I'm one-shotting everything. I'm like destroying everything. And I'm like, this is great because I've been doing my grinds properly. And then I get to the end of the same area and I get one-shotted by a fucking ostrich. I'm like, what? The balance is so off in that game. I love it to death. But what the fuck? Anyway, that's just the missions, by the way. That's not the main story. But anyway.
Yeah, the missions, you gotta like, when I was doing them, I just went like, every time I went to a new chapter, that's when I went to the next level and the next level. And then when I beat the game, I didn't do missions for like 4 chapters. I just gave up on the missions. It's like, I'm so far ahead of it, I just didn't even care anymore.
That's where I'm at. I'm 7 hours in, actually, only.
I missed 2 quests early in the game that pissed me off. I was gonna 100% it, and then I missed 2 quests, and it didn't give it to me, and I was pissed, and I threw a fucking fit, and I like, you know what?
That's what I'm worried about too. Yeah, I love Crisis. I love Final Fantasy. That's just. But anyway, yeah. So I'm with you on that. What were we talking about?
Microsoft and the tenured and the Alan Wake.
Alan Wake. Yeah. So you never got around to it. Assassin, you never played it either.
I did play the first one, the remastered, for like a couple hours, but something got in the way. Yeah, I did. I managed to get to the
don't spoil it.
Sawmill area.
I played it, but I haven't. Sorry, go ahead.
I managed to get to the Sawmill area. I remember that.
Okay, yep, that's a good spot. I really, really want it. I want it so bad. I'm trying to save my money though. The remake, I mean, because I love the first one, but I'll get it someday. Anyway, I brought it up because it's playable now from start to finish. Remedy, I've noticed this. If you look back at their track record, Remedy is a solid ass studio. Every time that their stuff is ready, I don't remember ever having any issues with Control or Alan Wake. Even Alan Wake back in the day, like, you know, memories can be a little forgiving with your rose-tinted glasses. But I don't ever remember having any issues with any of their games ever on day one. Whenever they announce their games that when they're ready, they're ready. Now, we're not going to talk about Crossfire X because that was a whole different world. But that wasn't really all their fault, was it? I don't know. Who cares? But so that game, Alan Wake 2, is officially playable from start to finish. Now they're in the polishing up phases of the game, and the same goes for Fable as well. But some things have been weird about Fable, right? Like, didn't we hear some stuff that Fable, that was just a weird like hiring thing going on with Fable, that it was like yeah, it's been playable for a long time. What are you talking about? This is not the truth. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so they pretty much said that Fable was like a reset, and they didn't the whole time. Then about 2 months go by, and now they're saying that the thing is perfectly fine. That
And it's playable. from
it's
start to
playable,
finish.
similar to they just need polishing.
Yeah,
Just
to Alan Wake. Right.
yeah. So
Yeah. So, anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, and then there was the Evil Within 3. So anyway, I'm really excited about Alan Wake because it's obviously I'm a huge fan of that. But then there was the Evil Within 3. Have you guys played Evil Within at all? Evil Within 1 or 2?
Nope.
It's on Game Pass. Bethesda.
Nope.
Tango. That's okay. That's fine.
Nope.
We can move on.
Nope.
Anyway, the third one's probably coming. But anyway, so Assassin, why don't you take this one away? Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, we just got demonetized. Well, thanks for watching and staying tuned for the shit. No. But so Hogwarts Legacy is an absolute massive hit. Not only is it a huge hit, it has surpassed even Elden Ring in terms of its early launch numbers, right? So what is we're not talking about controversial shit. We're talking about the game. I love the game. It is so good, so magical. No pun intended. But I love it all the way to the ends of my wand, which is 13 inches, 4 centimeters, or whatever it is. What time is it?
My second.
Anyway, my wand, 13 inches. But anyway, so Assassin, tell me how you feel about this. What happened? What happened with the success? It is blown up all over the world. Is this a Game of the Year contender? Yes. Why is it? Yes.
Of course it is. Yes. A million times yes. This is a Game of the Year contender. Can we talk about how the fact that we're in November, we're not even in March, and we already have 2 Game of the Year contenders already?
Yeah.
Like, I know Mac doesn't
High
agree with
five.
one of them, but
Yeah.
but
That's
Hogwarts
great.
Legacy is
I mean, there's always got to be one handicap in the Game of the Year award. So
That's
yeah,
right.
you mean
Stray.
like suck
Or a
at
dandy hat.
2021?
Stray.
Agreed.
like Stray.
Yeah, and she,
Oh yeah, it's fucking yeah. Ugh.
oh, that fucking cat. No, Hogwarts Legacy is a dream come true for Potterheads like me. Everything about this game completely shows the passion behind the team at Avalanche. Like, I don't care if wrong's involved or not. This game has held on to the magic of the Harry Potter IP on its own without her. This proves to me that even without Rowling, like if she suddenly passed away tomorrow, Harry Potter is in good hands. At least as long as Avalanche is the one that has its hands on it. This game, oh my god, it's like I kind of hate to say this because I know the combat is completely different, but in terms of over the shoulder, narrative driven, character heavy focused, it's kind of like God of War got Harry Pottered in a way.
Oh. Harry Goddard.
Yes, God of War got Harry Pottered.
Mm.
I mean, like whenever you told me, read about the magic of what BioWare had with Mass Effect, is that exact same feeling as what I have with Hogwarts Legacy right now. It's just,
I wish we would actually play.
it's like, hey. I'm just saying what you described, how you felt playing that game for the first time is how I feel.
I know. I'm kidding.
No, you're not. You secretly hate me.
No, I love you. You're my son. I love you unconditionally. So no matter how terrible you are, I still have to. I'm kidding, but no, I agree with you. The game, I don't know. I haven't played a game in so long that has just made me just smile the whole time while I'm playing it. Like you're walking around, like looking at all the paintings, and like you like go to like the Forbidden Forest, and like you're just like, there is something happening all the time, like that it just makes you smile. You're just like, I just feel like a kid playing it all over again. Like I don't know how else to describe it. Like it is just. And I didn't expect to feel that way at all, by the way. I was excited to play it. I bought the deluxe edition and everything, so you can cancel me if you want. But I did. And I loved it way more than I thought I was going to, which is the best type of surprise when you have low expectations. Not that I was expecting low things, just that I knew that I was gonna like it, but I didn't know I didn't know that it was going to have this kind of impact on me, or inside of me. And so I right off the bat, the first 20 minutes of the game, I was like, holy shit. Like we talk about like I won't speak anymore, but first 20 minutes of the game, you're like, okay, this is AAA plus. This game, holy shit. So anyway, I could go on and on about how much I love the game. Yes, I do agree. It's Game of the Year contender. Yes, it deserves its success. The thing you got to think about, this game was created by us. Was created by Harry Potter fans. It was created by fans, and it shows. So Mac, are you in the same boat? Are you on the same broom?
Yes.
Yes.
It's Game of the Year right now. It's clearly the best game that's out this year. Better than that shitty ass Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I want to say something. They might not put it in the Game of the Year, and the reason why is because of what's happening. I think
that'll be up to
if they're smart, they avoid it. They don't put it in there. They don't even announce it as a game because it's gonna be so much backlash. And I know it's stupid. To me, fuck them. When it's all said and done.
Yeah.
But do you want that publicity on your hands? Do you want that blood on your hands? I mean, maybe he will, maybe he won't. I mean, we all know who runs the show there. So, I mean, I don't know. It is Game of the Year. I think it's the only game this year that can compete with Starfield and Spider-Man. I don't think any other game this year can compete with that. I mean, let not dogging Resident Evil 4. I'm not dogging Jedi Survival. Jedi Survival might be the other game that
Starfield.
Mac, my guy. Do you hate Legend of Zelda?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't count Legend of Zelda because it's gonna win Game of the Year anyway. So we always count when Zelda games come out. You always figure out who's second. You don't care about first because you know who first is. It's like,
Dude, imagine having Zelda, God of War, and a FromSoft game all competing for Game of the Year.
And Horizon Forbidden West. Oh wait, that's right. Sorry, that's a bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda's winning Game of the Year, so that's why I say why. We all know it's gonna win Game of the Year, so why even put Harry Potter there? You know what I'm saying? Avoid the backlash. Avoid having to just explain yourself, but at the same time, fuck them because there's developers that busted their ass and killed and probably was away from their family for 50+ hours a week making that game so we can enjoy it, and for them people to ruin it because of a comment made by the person that created Harry Potter or written.
Look
Harry
at my
Potter.
cat. He's trying to be scary right now. Look at him.
You can't see.
Hey, Mac,
Yes.
how would you feel if Hogwarts Legacy did make it into the Game of the Year list?
It's gonna make the game. It's gonna make my game of the year. It's gonna be a top 5 this year, guaranteed.
No, I mean for the Game Awards.
Good. I hope it does.
Look at him.
I hope so too.
Yes. I hope so too. But if it does, it's not gonna win. It's not even gonna come. It's gonna be the bottom bucket game. Hi-Fi Rush will have a little bit more because they, like I said, at the end of the day, they're just gonna avoid any type of outcome with that game when it's all said and done. I feel bad for the people that have put their time and their effort into that game. I feel bad for anybody that busted their ass. It's just one comment fucked it up for everybody. It's just like anything. It's like, how you go in there, your mom say, if one of y'all get in trouble, y'all get in trouble. It's kind of the scenario.
Yeah. I like that.
It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? She said one thing, so now she's taking the whole fucking boat down with her. Even though we know it sold good, even though we know it's great, it's amazing. I'm at 15 hours. Yes, some of these motherfuckers are at 52 hours that work 40 hours a week. I don't think they work 40 hours a week. There's no fucking way they do, unless that's the only game they play every day. They come home for 6 hours. I don't understand how you can put 50 hours into a fucking game.
Maybe, yeah.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way. Anybody that has a family, there's no way you should put 50 hours a week in. That or your kids are old and they're watching their fucking self. That's it. There's no way. So
Okay. Well, so any other thoughts on Hogwarts other than it's fucking dope and it's doing really well and good for them?
and just unfortunate for the situation that's happening in hand.
Yeah, and people that are getting bullied, and I'll say it again.
I think her name was something
it's-
Dell. Silverdale, I think was her name.
Yeah.
This girl,
Silvervale, yeah.
she was crying like, oh, I just turned it off. I didn't want to
I
hear
don't even
shit.
think about it, man. Like, it's so fucked up. Not to, but yeah, just go
See-
give her some love and support. Anybody who's watching
and this is
who
my
got
point
far.
why when people hate
Um,
the hate the community they're in, because they want to say, oh, let us feel welcome in your community, but as soon as like you're gonna come bash us for a comment, a person saying
Yeah.
that women should be the only people that should be able to have kids, which it is what it is. That's a comment that has nothing to do with me. I want to put that out there. I personally don't give a fuck what you do, but to go after everybody that playing the game that has nothing to do with that woman. Yeah, she made Harry Potter, but she definitely didn't put no fucking effort in that video game and all those hard
Right.
workers. So
Yeah, and I just overall toxicity in general. Again, I was messaging my friend about this last night, I think, actually, and he was like, "Yeah, your console war is weird. You know, you hating PlayStation." I was like, "I do not hate PlayStation at all. I love PlayStation. I have no issue with any of the players, but they are a vocal minority with the toxicity. When there is a vocal minority." It's very easy to sort of single them out, and so for those people, those toxic people in the that community, they do not speak for that community, and that community are a wonderful group of people that all love and support each other and take care of each other. That's a wonderful.
there's always one
But
bad.
that toxic,
fucking apple.
yes, there's one bad apple, absolutely. So that is not that community. Just so everyone understands, that is not that community. That is a very small section of that community that is being vocal and toxic and being bullies and assholes. The same way with some Xbox fans. The same way with Sony fans sometimes. Like it
With
just
a lot
happens
of things when it
sometimes.
comes down to anything and everything. There might be 100
Yeah.
people that work at a job, but there might be that one person that you just don't fucking
Yeah.
like, and you're like, fuck this job, I'm quitting because this dude
Yeah,
is so annoying.
Derek
that
does
I-
not represent the entire company, so fuck Derek. That is, yeah, don't be a Derek. Don't be a Derek. And anyone who's named Derek out there, I'm sorry, I love you. I'm just giving an example. But all I will say is support each other, and if anyone is ever bullied in a situation online, take care of each other and defend each other. But do it in a way that's productive and ignorant, because ignorance is bliss, and if you ignore these fuckers, then they won't win. They'll never win. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the end of this thing here. Let's go on to the Game Pass games. What's coming out to Game Pass soon? I'm excited. What just came out to Game Pass?
The best Atomic Hearts come out today.
Oh,
So every game is coming out. So we got this is coming to console, PC, and cloud gaming. On February 28th, Merge and Blade and Soul Hackers 2. Same scenario, controller, PC, cloud. On March 2nd, F122 is only going to be coming to the console and PC. No cloud gaming for that. And March 3rd, Wulong Fallen Dynasty, the game.
Yeah,
I'm looking more forward to that game than Atomic Hearts. I'm not saying that Atomic Hearts looks bad. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'm playing Harry Potter, and I'm not putting it down until I really, really have to. So, and even then, I might not. I might still just grind it out and play it and beat it. But there's some good games coming to the Game Pass games. If you don't have Harry Potter, you got Atomic Hearts. You know, so maybe you can't afford Harry Potter right now. Waiting for a deal. You could probably get it for Black Friday later on this year. But Atomic Hearts is definitely the next best thing you can do. I'm hearing some mixed reviews. I'm hearing people say they don't like the combat. I'm hearing some people say the graphics are amazing, and then hear some people say it's a little wonky. Listen, just play the fucking game. I haven't played it, so I can't judge it. So we'll talk more about it next
For me,
weekend. Yeah.
I'll just say, so far for me, I love everything about it. It totally reminds me of BioShock and all that. The thing that is absolutely killing it for me, that I just want to turn off the voices, is the protagonist and the delivery. When you look at the game, you expect the protagonist to be like this hard ass, like this. Listen, I'll just say it. It's not. The tone is so weird, and the protagonist is nothing against the dude himself. But the direction that they gave that voice actor is so bad. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. That's it for me. That's really literally it. It's just the tone of everything. And you'll see what I mean. Things just feel so out of place. Like there's a moment, without spoiling anything, there's like terrible moment that's happening in the game, and people are like begging you for help, and he's like, sorry, just gotta get out of my way and do my thing. What was your name again? You ask a lot of questions. I'll see you later, bitch. Pew! And like does like a backflip out the fucking door pretty much, and you're like, everyone has died because of you're being a dickhead. And I'm not exaggerating. He'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. And it was played off to meant to be like, oh, that must have been funny. That was a funny, haha, it was funny. It was horrible. You're playing as a fucking... Anyway, that's my only issue with the game. But otherwise, they fucking nailed it looks so good. The combat feels great. So many things they did uniquely. Finally, a game is letting you have the right bumper by default be the interaction button. I think that should be a thing. I don't know why I love that so much. Because when you're because you don't have to take your thumbs off the stick. People are like, oh yeah, just get an Elite controller. Fuck you. I don't want to have to do that, even though I have one, but I don't use the paddles. But whatever. Anyway, there's so much unique with the game, and I'm going to look at that thing. Ooh, God, ooh, that is sexy. The lights. Oh, I was gonna say I never seen the lights before. That's dope. Hell yeah, nice. Look at that, kids. Anyway,
my
a
dildo.
lot to look forward to. What?
What? Nothing.
No,
I just said here's my dildo. Anyway,
Oh, I thought you said here's my Dell though. I thought you're running the show on the Dell.
Who the fuck buys Dell?
I don't know. I like Adele.
Adele, the singer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
hello.
Is
Was it me you're looking for?
It's
Okay.
not even the same. We were both on the same page. Oh my god. Anyway, so anything else, you guys? Did I miss anything? Are we good? Are we solid? I think we did. I think we wrapped everything out.
Yeah, one more topic, Red.
No, we don't. I skipped it on purpose. Actually, I want to talk about it. Are you talking about what is it?
Wait, did you actually skip it?
I think I did.
You're
I
talking
actually
about
deleted a couple things.
the acquirement,
Yes.
ballistic
acquisition?
moons.
They haven't even made a game yet. Can't really judge them.
This is exactly what I was talking about.
wait.
Mac.
That's Sony.
Yes, that's Sony.
Okay.
Sony has
Acquired ballistic moons. Ballistic
In the
moon
midst of all this
without
shit,
this.
they're like
Apparently,
whatever they are.
have acquired.
apparently, but Indeed says otherwise. So who fucking cares? They listen. I don't give a fuck who owns what. I don't care as long as the games are good. Just fucking make good games. Now, yes, everybody says, well, you want Xbox to own Activision? No, I want Xbox to own fucking World of Warcraft, motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about half those games. Let me just say all that.
Imagine they come to console. Holy
That's
shit.
my point. If we can get that, then we
Yeah.
can get RuneScape on here too to push the fucking to push the buttons.
Oh.
Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm looking for
Holy
myself.
shit.
Give a fuck about Call of Duty. I'm buying Call of Duty no matter fucking what. Well, I'm not. My brother is.
Yeah.
He buys it every year.
He
So,
did. Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah, and I will say, and Assassin, you might disagree with us all the way, but if there isn't really any history behind a studio, I don't really know what else to say other than it's awkward that they would just go ahead and buy a studio in the midst of all the nonsense. So, I don't know.
Assassin, do they make any? Have they made anything or been a part of anything?
All the team. Hold on. All the studio devs there were former Supermassive developers. They made Until Dawn, Animadon, and they're making a
You're
horror
right.
game exclusive to Sony that's on Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, well, then I guess it doesn't matter. Well, that's the end of the. No, that's
I love it.
awesome. That's awesome.
The Unreal Engine 5 is the best engine in gaming. I don't care what anybody says. It's the best engine.
Yeah, but Mac, remember when I said I was going to make a video, which everyone should definitely look out for,
Don't spoil it.
about studios that we should keep an eye on? I told you this is exactly what you say. They haven't made a game. Who gives a shit? That's exactly what I said that you said. And you literally just proved
Yeah.
my point.
Doesn't matter.
Perfect. Look at that.
If they make-
Craig,
if
what do
they
you
say
think
they-
about all this?
Yeah, Craig, you've been silent.
You haven't said anything, Craig. What do you think about this?
Is he a dog? Is he a dog or is he a bear? What is he?
I think he's.
Yeah, I've been wondering that for a while.
sorry,
Is
go
he a
ahead.
dog?
I interrupted you. Go ahead.
He looks like a bear. Anyway,
No,
I'm not
Craig,
saying
I'm sorry,
who
continue.
gives a shit, Assassin. I'm saying there's just
Okay. No,
it's
okay.
one of those things where if they make listen, if Sony's gonna help them become big, and all the people that join that, more power to them. Hope they all succeed. I hope they all live good, happy lives. I hope they all get good paychecks. It's one of those things where it's like saying the people that just made Callisto Protocol. You don't even know the director is one of the guys that made Dead Space. How'd you know he was gonna make a great game? How'd you know that the other 100 developers that are part of that studio was gonna make a banger? How do you know that? That's just enjoy. Hope it is what it is. You know, it's kind of like you signing a baseball player and or a football player, a basketball player, or whatever, and drafting them and hoping that they're going to be good, and giving them $8 million a year. You know, that's the same scenario. Just they might have potential prior, but let's see what they could do. Let's give them money, hope, and that's it. It is what it is. And if they do, Ballistic Moon does become a good horror game. You know, same thing until Dawn, until whatever else they make, whatever other game they make. It looks like it's going to be a space type of game. If you look on their website, it's kind of like a lot of spacey stuff, but it is Ballistic Moon, so it kind of makes sense that it's their website is more of space moon driven game. You know, Anyway, so I was just looking at your dog. He ain't saying shit. He's just kind of like, yeah, pet me. But I hope Ballistic Moon does well. I don't know much about the developers. I hope they do good. I hope they succeed. I hope they get their paychecks. That's the biggest thing. Everybody's got to support their family.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You're looking at my dog like, what the fuck even is he? Yeah, he's a golden doodle.
Should I make that video then, Red, or should I?
He's a
I
big
can't.
ass baby.
Dude,
Nah, he's
make
so
it.
lovely.
Make
Yeah,
it.
he got sick. He got sick earlier, didn't he? Get sick.
He's a big ass golden doodle. What's his name?
He's a big, Finn.
Finn.
Yeah.
From, like Adventure Time. Okay.
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know where I got it from, but the thing is, every time Stardew Valley, Monster Hunter, anytime that there's ever a game that I can name a pet, whether it be a dog or whatever, I've always named him Finn with a Y, Fynn. I've always named him that. Long story short, this is the only dog that I've had in a long time, other than my other dog Solo, which is now with my mom. But we were able to get Finn because he's hyperallergenic, because he's a golden doodle. But he was a rescue. So when he was given to us, we asked what his name was, and they said his name is Finn, and I was like, that's my fucking dog. And so there he is. So it's so crazy. Anyway,
I want to add a few things real quick.
please, Adam.
Pokemon Direct is coming up. We might get an announcement for something with Pokemon here coming up, because Pokemon Day is in a few days. I think it's the 28th. So we might get an announcement here in the next this Pokemon Day is the 27th. I did not know that. Okay, it is. So there's rumors that they're expecting something with Pokemon. So here on the 27th, they haven't announced it yet, but they normally don't announce until about 3 or 4 days prior. So look in the next coming days for it to happen. Anyway, I don't know if you guys are excited about that. I don't know if you guys care about Pokemon, but yeah. So
Temtem.
Eh.
yep. All right. Well, that's it. Let's go ahead and make our outros and go to bed, because I'm fucking
There
tired.
we go. Well, I ain't going to bed. I got to work. But yeah, so,
Yeah, I gotta work at 5 in the morning. So yeah.
No, I mean, I have to work on this podcast. I'm not done.
I know.
But hey, Mac, where can everyone have you? Yeah.
Well, if
Where
they
can
want to
people
have
you?
me, it cost me $29.99.
Oh shit. OnlyFans link is down in the description. Okay.
Yes, it's big fat guy. You can find me on Twitter at MacBound _ YouTube MacBound, and my Twitch at MacBound. Like I said about 2 weeks ago, I was gonna stream a little bit more. Work's been a little bit hectic, more than I thought it was gonna be. So, and I'm having a kid, so a lot's going on right now. So,
babies.
trying to figure everything out. Still trying to get that to go. Trying to figure out what days are best for me and her being sick, and me trying to help out the best I can. So,
Good
If
man.
you want to look at, if you want to find me, just go ahead and text me, and I will send you the link if you need it. If you don't feel like searching it up because you're lazy. So, thank you.
Yes. An assassin, my son. Where are you these days?
On YouTube at Assassin, exactly how it's spelled. Red will put a link in the description below. Honestly, it's kind of hard to explain how my name is spelled. You guys see it, but it's kind of hard to explain it.
SS.
Yes, for assistant. Yeah, pretty much. And on Twitter, you can find me at Assassin4233. And from what I'm working on, I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be making a couple more videos for the channel, so look forward to that. And that's about all I got planned. So yeah, just look forward to that.
Nice, man. Yeah, nice. And we'll have some tertiary content coming out soon. In between, you can look forward to a review coming up with Sapio and I of episode 4 and 5.
4 to 5, 4 to 6.
What day are
No,
you
we're not
guys
gonna
doing
do
that?
5. Thursday at 5 or 6, I believe. So it'll be at the same.
Well, then I will
page.
try to watch the next episode 4. I did watch episode 1 through 3 with Bill and the LBG community, which was a really good episode. That was the third episode was. At first, they were saying it was a filler, but to me, it's not a filler. It makes sense. It was a good story base. It made really good story outside of the main story. I will watch 4 and 5. I think they're at episode 6 now. You might, but
Well, we were, but it's just the way that it's hard to explain. Life finds a way. But 4 and 5 is what we're going to be reviewing, and then once we
don't
do
watch
get to
6. Don't watch 6.
Well, it'll be 6, 7, 6. So yeah, we'll do 6 and 7, and then we'll do a finale review. Is probably the way that we're gonna end up doing it.
I'll try to watch tomorrow. If I have time, I think we're only supposed to work till like 10 tomorrow. So
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna come home a little bit earlier. I'm kind of hoping it's
Yeah.
pouring down fucking rain at the other place.
Perfect.
Red, you said you're going to be working on Thursday, so none of us will be able to react to the state of play. Anyway,
I'm working all the time.
What time is it?
All the time. Look, if it's 45 minutes,
4 o'clock
No,
your guys' time.
if it's 45 minutes long, I might be able to pull it off. So we'll see. We'll just have to see. We'll talk about it behind the scenes. But yeah, so look forward to that. Maybe, I don't know. But we might do like a quick breakdown afterwards and get together and talk about what just happened. Because that might be easy to upload and a good test for live stream. So we'll see. Yeah, we will be live streaming very soon. That's a very exciting thing. And look at that. It broke. Dude, mine almost broke too. Like, you can see right. Well, you can't really see, but you can't see. But it's fine. Anyway, and I'm your host, Red Wolf, at Red Wolf Renegade on Twitter. Just the only Red Wolf Renegade on Twitter that you're going to ever find ever in your whole entire life. Forever. So come follow me there. Message me. Let me know how I smell. Let me know if you like my sunglasses because they're actually broken right now, but I just keep them on my head because that's the only emotional support that I get besides my dog and my girlfriend. And lots of things are coming soon, including MacBound very soon after the show ends. So thank you all so much for joining us, and let us know if you got this far. Or let us know down below, Master Chief or Shepard, who is the better protagonist?
Oh, fuck.
Please tell me, Daddy. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. The Renegade Realm episode number 7. Talk to you guys later.
Bye. Bye.
Adios.